Love is strange. Sometimes it finds you at the office. Sometimes it finds you over a cup of coffee. Sometimes it finds you with a bomb strapped to your heart and an evil maniac forcing you to perform in a fucked up romantic comedy. This is that third kind of love.
When we met, I didn't know just how far this would go. I took you home when you were broke. Now it feels like my heart's gonna explode. When we met, I couldn't see just how big this could be. We went inside and made some tea, and that's what started everything.
Welcome back to My First Dungeon, everybody, and a happy Valentine's Day to you all.
Woo, smooches. Everybody get your kisses in.
Kiss.
Get your kisses in, everybody. With me today, I've got two familiar voices and a first-time voice to the podcast. We're going to build that up, so let's get those familiar voices out of the way first. We have Brian Flaherty.
Hi, you know my voice from here? You've heard
We're
it
done
here
with him.
before.
We have Abby Hepworth.
You don't know me.
Yeah, we know you.
You don't know me.
And new to the pod, first time My First Dungeon guest. Who's that?
Hi, I'm Dylan.
Whoa!
Oh my God. Dylan on My First Dungeon. It really is a Valentine's Day present.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rom Com Drama Bomb.
No, stop. It's all over.
A Valentine's Day miracle. Dylan, thank you so much for being here. Happy Valentine's Day. Are you feeling romantic?
I feel so romantic. I feel too romantic.
Too romantic.
Yeah, too romantic. I think that I need some sort of outlet to express the romantic energy that is here in the studio.
Well, I have great news for you. We're about to do something kind of like an outlet. Some people consider an outlet.
Wow. Okay, great.
select
Well,
few.
it was great running into you.
It was great to run into you. I'm so glad you
funny
happened
seeing you
upon
here.
this recording.
So glad that I happen to be in this call. Amazing.
Running into you in here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, dear listener, today is our Valentine's Day special, and we are, of course, playing Rom Com Drama Bomb.
Rom-com drama bomb.
Woo! My brand new game that has just launched today on Kickstarter. So, real quick, why don't you go ahead and click the link in the bio, go back it. You can do it while you're listening. Help make this game a reality.
Yeah, multitask. Come on.
Multitask.
Kick that start.
We'll check again.
Yeah, kick it.
We'll check at the end.
Kick it.
Oh, no.
Kick it.
We'll know.
Oh, no.
So, today, class, we are going to be playing Rom Com Drama Bomb, and this is a demo version of the game, but it has a complete 2 playbooks of the eventual 5 of each that will be available for our leads and for our villain. But first, I'm going to take our players through some rules. So I will not be playing today. I will be sort of facilitating our friends on the mic through the rules, and then I'll be hanging back and chiming in to help as needed. Sound like a plan?
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan and a half.
Sorry.
Plan and a half. So, Rom-Com Drama Bomb, for those unfamiliar, is an asymmetric, GM-less role-playing game for exactly 3 players. Together, the 3 of you are about to embark on a story of an action film and a romantic comedy smashed together in the time it would take you to watch either. This game is GM-less insofar as you guys will be splitting up the traditional Game Master roles throughout play, and it is asymmetric in that you will have differing moves and differing goals that will be pushing and pulling against each other throughout. In order to get started, we need 3 4-sided dice, known as your mood dice. Does everybody have those?
I forgot about it.
No.
1 each?
Wait. We almost
No.
did.
Yeah.
We don't.
It's okay. It's okay.
How many what-sided dice
How will
did you
we know
say?
what the mood
1
is?
4-sided die.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah, I believe in you. Dylan is a known dice haver.
Yeah. That's what people say about me.
That's what the people say.
That's the most common thing I hear.
When they talk about
They're
you,
on the
that's what they
internet.
say.
It's like whatever
you have
there's Whenever there's a video of you, it's just, and then it freeze frames, it goes to black and white, and goes, Dylan, and then a big stamp comes down. No dice haver.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout.
The next thing we need is a shared pile of tokens that can be easily given and taken. We are recording remotely, so make sure you guys all have a cute little pile of tokens in front of you.
Got him.
We're using
do.
quarters.
Don't tell them you're using quarters.
I'm using my wooden chips from I Have the High Ground.
Ooh. I Have the High Ground you can listen to on the One Shot podcast hosted by Dylan as of 2 weeks ago? 1 week ago?
1 week ago.
At this point?
Last
Yeah.
round.
Hey, it's banned.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
banned.
brown.
1 week since I had the high ground.
All right, we're together. We're having fun. It's romantic. We
Yes.
also need printed or digital copies of your playbooks, which I have shared with you in digital form. We have some scrap paper for writing NPCs, and then we have a 90-minute timer.
Oh, that's fun.
So the first thing we need to do is choose our playbooks. So as I mentioned, we have one playbook pair available for the leads and one playbook available for the villain. But amongst the three of you, y'all need to decide who is going to be the villain, and for the other two, which lead you're going to play. So is anybody feeling particularly villainous this Valentine's?
Oh my God. Yeah. I know that I was like, I feel romantic, but what if that romantic energy was channeled into ruining other people's happiness?
I was going
Let's
to
do
say,
it.
it feels right.
That
If you
feels
were just
very
regular romantic, you'd be one of the leads. But you're too
Yeah.
romantic, and that makes
I'm
you a
too
villain.
romantic.
Excessive
Yeah.
romance, yeah,
Mhm.
circles
Yeah.
around to evil.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Famously.
Famously.
Yes.
And that means that then, Brian and Abby, you will be sharing the Just Friends playbook for the leads. No, it's not cute. You're just
Get
friends.
outta
We're-
here. All right,
we're
now I'm
negating
in
your
my
upcoming
villain.
marriage for the next 90 minutes, and we're pretending you're just friends.
The wedding's off.
The wedding's off.
We're just roommates, Mom.
Oh my God.
And they were roommates. Between the two of you, there are two possible playbooks available. The one who can't see and the one who isn't seen. The one who can't see is the one who flirts, but hey, we're just friends. And the one who isn't seen is the one who is maybe repressing some feelings for the other one, but is accepting that they're just friends for now. Either of those call to either of you?
I want to be the one who isn't seen.
Nice. So I'll be the one who can't see.
Very good, very good, very good. That makes our villain, Dylan the villain, has the Dr. Evil playbook.
Oh my God. I'm
Do you
so
have an
excited.
evil laugh prepared?
I'm just gonna let it emerge when the
Yeah, you
time's
can't
right.
force it.
Can't
Yeah,
force
yeah.
it.
Trust the process.
Mhm.
Also, I mean, like, SuperDillin, the super villain. How is this not
No.
already a thing?
It's well,
It's a thing now, baby. So, play for this game is going to take place over scenes and acts. We're going to play out 6 scenes across 3 acts. Every scene will be 15 minutes. At the top of the materials I've provided you, there is a scene guide that is not meant to be prescriptive, but gives you kind of some of the overarching structures that apply to nearly every single rom-com in the world. This is based on the general 3-act structure, as well as Bill Murnitz's 7 story beats of romance, which was brought to my attention by none other than Lynn Kodega, and we thank them for it.
Yay,
Shout out,
oh,
Lynn.
thank you, Lynn.
So these scenes are scene 1, the meet cute and the setup. Our leads will process their predicament, make their first step towards love. Scene 2 is a turning point. You guys make some kind of decision as the leads, and the villain starts to show that they mean business. Scene 3, raise the stakes, come together. The leads reckon with their decisions from scene 2. The villain starts ramping up their tactics. Scene 4, another turning point. The leads make an even bigger decision as the stakes reach their peak. And the villain grows impatient and exercises more control. Going into Act 3, we have Scene 5, Crisis/Coming Apart. The lead's decision leaves doubt about the future of their relationship while they begin to fight against the villain's plans. The villain pulls out the big guns. And then, of course, Scene 6, we have either the joyful resolution or the crushing defeat, at which point the villain and the leads will come together physically present in the same scene and use some of their unlocked track story ending moves.
Whew.
Hey, cool.
Love it.
Sound spicy?
Yeah.
Spice.
Spicy.
Again, not prescriptive. You don't need to follow this structure, but it can be helpful as a guide.
We love a good guide.
So about that four-sided die that Dylan is known to have.
Yeah.
This will be your
Don't
mood
anybody come
die.
for this brand.
This will be your mood die throughout play. So you will roll this die at the top of every scene to determine what your mood for that scene will be. Either rom, open to love and possibility, calm, leaning into the absurdity of the situation, drama, willing to fight, argue, and speak your mind, or bomb, breaking free of the guise of the rom-com entirely.
Yes.
As the mood changes and the story progresses, the leads and the villain will have different moves at their disposal to either push the romance forward or stop the evil plot entirely. You can also think of these moods as a bit of a roleplay guide for how your character is feeling. Now, I've used that word move. What's that mean?
Yeah.
For folks who are familiar with belonging outside belonging games, you'll be kind of familiar with some of the language here. Moves are how your character will move through the story, and you, the player, will influence the world of the story. There are two kinds of moves in Rom Com Drama Bomb. Ticks, moves that gain you 1 token, and booms, moves that cost 1 to 3 tokens to do. Play is meant to be freeform. You don't need to only do moves. You can also roleplay in between them, but these are things that you can lean back on and use to make bigger swings. When in doubt, consider the rhythm, tick, tick, boom. Do a couple token gaining moves and then use those tokens to, do some weird shit.
You absolute goon.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah, you like that?
Gain ticks to do booms. Yes,
Gain
I
ticks to
like
do
it.
Booms.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like it. I love cute things like that. I fucking
I-
love them.
We love being cute.
Freaking love
Wanna-
cute stuff.
Do a study on you. This is so cute.
I want to do a tick so I can do some booms.
Now, there's another thing in here that will be familiar to fans of games like Yuzeba's Bed and Breakfast. Of course, we here are huge fans of Yuzeba's. You each have 2 tracks on your playbook that we will be keeping track of throughout play. The leads have a love track and a freedom track. The villain has an entertainment track and an evil track, which is specific to their playbook.
Yeah.
As we play, there will be certain moves that trigger ticking spots on your track, and then in between scenes we will also do a bit of a short post-mortem on the scene to see if certain things happen that also help you tick your tracks. If your tracks get filled up, you unlock story ending booms, which are moves that you can use in the last 5 minutes of play in order to bring the story to close. But more on that later. We feeling good so far on these rules? Any questions?
Mm-hmm.
Feel
Cool.
good.
Yeah.
Now, the 90-minute timer, I hear you asking, what's that? The 90-minute timer is meant to represent the timer of the villain's bombs in the game. This will also be your guide through scenes of play. Every 15 minutes, we'll hit a pause, end the scene, and then resume the timer when a new scene begins. We're going to keep this timer in clear display of all of you so that you can feel the tension of a true ticking clock. And while the timer might be 90 minutes, that does not necessarily mean that the bombs go off in 90 minutes of in-fiction time. You can treat the villain's bomb timer a little bit loosely, depending on how you move between scenes. Of course, for folks playing along at home, you might also choose to put on your favorite 90-minute rom-com instead of a timer.
And
Sorry,
then
I'm
just
feeling-
mouth
I'm feeling
along
real
with
cute
it.
today. Getting real cute with these rules.
I actually do want you to be listening to this podcast and watching You've Got Mail at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the
Absolutely.
only
Full
way.
volume.
It's the only way to listen.
I will not be mad about it. But if you listen to this podcast on 1.5 speed, go fuck yourself. Just get out of here.
If you listen to this podcast on 1.5 speed and you watch You've Got Mail at the same time,
Yeah.
It actually lines up perfectly.
exactly, it lines up perfectly, and the bomb does go off when she gets her mail. I don't know, I forgot.
Her famous ending scene when she gets her mail.
When Stella finally gets her mail back.
Yeah.
when she
That's
gets
how that
her
movie
mail
goes.
is so
It's actually
funny.
like a buddy cop action movie where she has to go. Meg Ryan has to go on a violent journey
Anastasia
to
needs
recover
her
her
mail.
mail because it's actually illegal to open someone else's mail.
Meg Ryan is John Wick.
I have never wanted something more than I want someone to make this action flick. Believe
We're-
me.
It's
You're
not,
about to.
it's not you've got mail, it's you've got my mail.
Who's got my mail?
Who's got
Follow
my
up
mail?
movie.
There's you've got my mail, which is the action follow up, and there's who's got my mail, which is the comedy starring Ashton Kutcher.
No, Who's Got My Mail feels like a live action Blues Clues or something.
Oh, that's good. Oh, sorry, it's dude who's got my mail.
Yeah.
Dude, who's got
Dude,
my
who's
mail?
got my
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Ooh.
All right, Elliot, how are you going to get us back on track?
This is exactly the energy. This is actually great because we're going to talk about safety and tone next.
Great.
So a quick note on safety. This game at its core is about two people being forced into a romantic situation. On its surface, that sounds fucked up. But we're going to treat this with care. We're going to make sure that we all feel good about the direction we take, and we're going to be silly about it. We're going to make sure we don't go in any directions nobody feels good about. I would like to encourage us to use the lines and veils and the X card, which is pretty standard here at My First Dungeon. And I want to make a specific note for this game that at no point should the leads be forced into explicit sexual or intimate situations. A good rule of thumb is if it wouldn't fit in a rom-com, the villain wouldn't be forcing the leads to do it. So that should be your North Star. With that, I would open up the discussion to lines and veils, which we can keep on tape or take off tape, depending on comfort. Dylan, our standard lines and veils at My First Dungeon. Lines are violence against children, explicit violence against animals, sexual violence, and then transphobia, homophobia, bigotry of really any kind.
Okay, great. Spectacular.
Cool. Secondly, a note on tone. So, Rom Com Drama Bomb, this should be a joke that we're all in on. At every point of play, go for the silly choice over the scary one. The villain is evil, but they're not disturbing. The stakes are high, but they shouldn't be overly stressful. And the leads are in a fucked up situation, but we should always be treating that with levity and humor whenever possible. All sound good?
Yeah.
Love
Rock and frickin' roll, kids. A quick note on NPCs, because this is something that will come up. The leads have the exclusive power to create new NPCs. At any point in play, they'll give them a name and pronouns, and then they will roll their mood die to give that NPC a mood. This will give the NPC two moves, one that they do when they're given a token, and one that they do once they have been given 3 tokens over the course of play. With that, anyone can take the role or narrative control of an NPC by giving them a token, including the villain.
Ah, yes.
So the villain can make use of NPCs, and the villain even has a special move to turn any NPC into a beefy henchman. So that'll get fun.
I love that they're specifically beefy.
They're
gotta
beefy.
be beefy.
They've gotta be beefy.
You're gonna have a henchman.
I should say
I mean-
the beefy henchman is a specific NPC type for Dr. Evil. Other villain playbooks in the final version will have their own evil NPC versions that will come into play. Great. Coming to the end here, a quick note on starting and ending scenes. At the start of the scene, the villain will always begin by establishing the setting and how much time has passed since the last scene. We should be giving them a moment to prepare in the pauses between scenes before hitting the timer. Give them a second to make sure that they know what the next scene is going to be. Scenes end when the timer runs out, or if the 3 of you feel like, 2 minutes are left and the scenes come to a natural conclusion, you can also just end a scene there. That's fine. Within a scene, they are generally one setting, but you don't necessarily have to keep them to one setting. The villain has a move called Cut To, where they can change the setting within the scene or jump time within the scene to kind of give some flexibility within there.
Okay.
Between scenes, we will do a quick check-in that is fourfold. We'll check in above the table, make sure everyone still feels good, is having a good time. We'll tick tracks based on the previous scene. We'll give the villain a moment to think about the next scene, and then we'll roll our mood dice for the next scene.
And NPCs, when you create them, you roll the mood die, and that's their whole shtick.
That's their whole shtick.
I love it.
Yep. And when you create them, you also play them.
Yes.
And then their tokens
fun.
just they keep their tokens. Those don't reset at the beginning of
They
scenes.
essentially they get like a little 3-tick track for how many tokens they've been given throughout play.
Copy. Cool.
Finally, a note on ending the story. So the final scene of the game will bring the villain and the leads together in some sort of physical presence determined by how the villain sets that last scene. And then based on which tracks you filled throughout play, you'll gain access to some story ending booms, which are usable in the last 5 minutes of play. Before using these specific booms, you should confirm with the other players that they are cool with you ending the story, just to make sure that you're not rug pulling the end out from under them. These moves usually cost more tokens than any other booms, 6 to 8 depending on what they are. A specific note on the love track for our leads. The love track and the love story ending boom is unique in that you both have to have filled your love track, and you must pool your tokens together to equal 8 in order to get the love ending. Given the circumstances, love is the most unlikely ending of this story, but it isn't impossible.
Love it.
Of course, if no story ending booms are chosen and the timer runs out, the bombs explode and the villain gets sole narrative control to end the story.
Troubles are brewing.
And then is the same true for the freedom boom? Do we both have
The
to fill
freedom
up that
boom,
track?
you can take that ending on your own. You don't both have to have unlocked it. One of you can trigger a freedom ending. It's just the love ending that you both have to have.
Got it.
As long as one of us has filled up the track.
Yeah, you each have slightly different freedom endings that you can trigger, whereas the love ending is a shared ending.
Cool.
Cool.
Can I ask a quick question that I think you already answered, but
You can ask as many questions as you like.
it missed me? How many spots on each track are there?
There are 10 on every track.
On every track. Okay.
Yep. I'll take you guys through what the in-between scene questions are so that you have some loose familiarity with them going into the first scene. And then as you keep checking on them between scenes, they'll become more familiar to you in what you need to fill. But then there are moves that trigger an immediate filling of the track through play.
Gotcha.
Let's go through some questions to help flesh out our characters a little bit before play. Starting with our leads, the Just Friends playbook. I would love it if you guys could answer the following questions together. The first of which is a Rom question. What rules have you put around your relationship and who defined them?
Ooh.
Wow, that's such a good question.
I feel like we got to have like a ritual. Like we always meet for coffee, or I always get this, you always get that, or something like that.
Oh.
Like I always get lunch, you always get breakfast, or I bring the drinks, you bring the food type thing.
I do like that.
That's cute.
Do we want to make it like we have a standing Sunday like coffee hang where you bring the coffee, I bring like croissants or something, or bagels, or
Can we make it a standard like everyday hang? Like we always meet up to get coffee in the morning before work.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have the rule is that you pay for coffee. I was gonna say the rule is you bring the coffee, I bring the drama. I have to bring gossip every day. No, yeah, it's I guess the rule is that we meet every day for coffee. You buy the coffee, I bring something to nosh.
A nosh.
A nosh. And I think that I made the rule because there was at some point in time where we were getting really busy and I was scared that you were gonna not be part of my life anymore.
And I made the rule that I bring the coffee because you just brew whatever coffee. You mix beans and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've got all the mechanisms and the things to make it, and it's all super fancy, and it's exactly 68 beans, and it's ground down, and I've got the twister thing, the click clack, and it's
Not a specific weight of beans, exactly 68 beans.
Yeah, it's number of beans.
Number.
Because I work with a special grower who they give you exactly 1 gram per 5 beans. That feels almost right.
I'd believe it if you had just stuck to it.
Right.
Great. So the next question is the calm question. Where did the stupid nicknames you have for each other come from?
Oh. Well, what are our stupid nicknames?
Could we do like a combination of like classic pairs of like Tweedledee and Tweedledum, like thing one, thing two, but we each take one from not the same pair?
Tweedledee and thing two.
Like Tweedledee and thing two. Yeah.
Sure.
Or
That's
like
really good.
peanut butter and jelly and thing, or peanut butter and thing two. Or,
Peanut butter and thing two is just a really
Thing
funny
two's a
addition.
great ending to
Yeah.
any of those.
Where did the nicknames come from?
I think it was an accidental portmanteau of things.
Mm-hmm.
Which of you is which?
I definitely like thing one and thing two. I like Tweedledee and Tweedledum, so Tweedledee and thing two.
I'm definitely thing two.
Oh, fine, I'll be Tweedledee.
You're Tweedledee and I'm thing two.
Excellent.
I think
Classic
it was.
duo.
I think it was I one time somehow whiffed on Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and instead went to thing two,
Mhm.
and then we
and
just
it stuck.
It stuck. Yeah.
You tried to pull it off like it was like a French accent where you were like Tweedledee and thing deux.
Yeah. I also think you immediately recognized this is like worthwhile to claim one of them, and you immediately snapped on thing two. You're like, oh, this might play. I'm gonna grab what I want right now.
Yeah. Dig it.
Very good. Your drama question is, what do you fundamentally disagree on about relationships or love?
I don't think grand gestures are important. I think doing something well every single day is more important than one big thing.
Ooh.
Like making coffee.
Like making coffee.
And I live for the grand gesture.
Mm,
Love me a grand gesture.
very good. All right. Bomb question is, you shared a near-death experience. How did one of you save the other?
I answered the last one. You got to answer this one.
Okay. Can I paint the scene and you'll help me finish what
Sure. Yeah.
It's Halloween. We're dressed as Tweedledee and Thing Two.
Perfect.
And
It makes sense. It says thing two, and it also says I'm with, and it's pointing to the left. It says Tweedledee.
I'm with Tweedledee.
And you've got Tweedledee. It says I'm with thing two.
Oh, I want it to be like spooky, like we get trapped in an elevator.
Mm.
Yeah, we did a haunted hotel thing, and we got trapped in the elevator. But it turns out it wasn't part of the haunting. It was just the regular elevator,
God.
and it took us too long to realize that.
Mm.
Oh my
And I
God.
think that you saved us by or no, I was gonna say you saved us by cooler heads prevail and came up with an escape plan based on your favorite movie, Ocean's 13.
Hey, Ocean's 13 slaps, and Ocean's 12 is a great meta commentary on how hard it is to make a sequel.
Yeah.
That is a
We
real.
can get down.
That is a real opinion I have.
If you can't
Come
tell,
for me.
we've talked about this at length before.
Can it be that I wanted to like make cooler heads prevail, and then you did the big gesture of "fuck it, I'm getting us out of here," and just like jumped up through the through the thing and climbed the cables to the next floor?
Yes, sure.
Hell yeah. Great. Now, I'd love if you guys could answer the following questions about the other. How would you describe them to a friend you were setting them up with?
To people I actually want to set her up with, it would be like
Ooh.
very, very exciting and like unpredictable, but in a fun way. And people who I'm like, I don't know if you're ready for this, I'd say quirky.
Quirky. Quirky.
It's a fun way to answer that. I like that.
And I think I would describe, I'm only ever trying to help you, so I don't have two different answers here. And I would describe you as just the most loyal and trustworthy guy who you can depend on.
Aww.
Aww. Calm question is, what story have they told you 1,000 times that still makes you laugh? And it can be broad. You don't have to go into detail on the story.
Now I'm trying to think of my stories that I tell a million times, and I actually can't
I could
think
name
of any of
5.
them.
Brian tells the same stories all the time.
Yeah. This question may or may not be inspired by Brian.
I tell the story about the squirrel, and it was a squirrel that was outside my window on the 10th floor, and it always came up there, and I fed it nuts. And then one day it jumped, and I thought, oh my god, it's a flying squirrel. And then it wasn't a flying squirrel, but it made a leap to an adjacent building that I describe as impossible. And I go on and on about how there's you don't understand. This squirrel jumped so fucking far.
This is the story you tell all the time that makes me laugh.
Am I supposed to do you?
Yeah, we can switch it around. That's fine.
Oh, you tell the story about the squirrel all the time. You talk about this squirrel so much. And every time we see a squirrel, you compare that squirrel to the squirrel that you loved on your 10th floor apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And you're always talking about its gams. You're like, those gams, they're not.
Its haunches. Like, you don't understand to have a jump like that. The ass on this squirrel.
I get it. It had a badonk. All right.
Just the power from the rear. Incredible stuff. And then I think this story that you tell all of the time that makes me laugh is it's a story of how you accidentally you wanted to order more stamps. And you accidentally, instead of ordering 10 books of stamps, ordered 10 books of 1,000 stamps each. And anytime you mail anything, you recount the story of how you're still working through this order of stamps years later.
But ultimately, it kind of worked out for me because I got them right before they increased the price of a forever stamp. So really, I actually saved $400 on accident. Past me, high five.
Right.
And it's this weird rationalization that makes me laugh.
You see the shame in my eyes every time. I'm really trying to force that high five out of people.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for them to apologize for?
Ooh.
It's you have not apologized for just mixing a bunch of coffee beans together and calling it coffee. And you
I was going to say, you still haven't apologized for that time that you told me that my coffee was okay and maybe you would take on the coffee from now on.
And you you have not apologized for calling that atrocious concoction coffee.
I love a two-sided need for apology.
Yeah, same story.
Great.
I also
Same
love
story.
that in this story, I'm very passionate about coffee. I have never drank coffee.
Yeah, Brian, known coffee disliker in real life. Finally, your bomb question: what surprisingly useful skill does the other have?
She's got wicked fast reflexes.
Wicked fast.
Wicked fast. Regardless of if you're from Boston, everyone instinctively knee-jerk reaction says, wow, that's a wicked fast reaction.
Wicked fast reaction.
People who've never said wicked in their life are saying it.
There are a bunch of 70-year-old women on the Upper East Side or whatever who will see her and say, wow, wicked fast reactions. And you see death goes into their eyes as they realize what they've just said. And they're just like, what? Who am I? What?
Where did I even hear such a word? And you just have a really uncanny knack for knowing exactly how much everything around you weighs. And I think it's related to your understanding of coffee beans.
That's why he does 68 beans.
You could translate anything around you to how many coffee beans it is equal to in weight.
Yeah. I also
incredible.
insist on using the metric system, which
Amazing.
That checks.
me, Brian, doesn't know well enough to make this bit work.
Just throw out, grams every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
So now our villain, Dr. Evil.
Yeah, that's me.
Your evil machinations include technology, superintelligence, and beefy henchmen. Could you please roll your mood die to answer an origins question for us?
Yes, I can do that. Okay. 1, Rom.
Who are you making the perfect rom-com for, and do they know you're doing this?
My wife. And no.
Excellent.
It's a surprise.
I think it's going to go over really well.
Really good.
Yeah.
And then could you roll it one more time for a question about your lair?
I can do that. 2?
Com, what business do you run as a front upstairs?
A auto body shop.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, great. So those are all of our kind of preset questions. I would direct you guys' attention to slide 4 before we dive in, just so you guys have a sense of what the in-between scene questions are. No need to memorize these. Just kind of keep them back burner of your mind as you're playing. For the leads, there are some conditions through which you will fill your love track, your freedom track. For the villain, there are some conditions through which you will fill your entertainment track and your evil track. For Dr. Evil, your track is proving that you understand love. This is framed as an X, but because you've mentioned your wife, if you want to frame it as your current wife, I am also very down for that.
Understood. Okay.
Maybe things are on the rocks, you know? You never know.
You never know.
You know, relationships work.
And I'm doing the work.
I'm doing the work.
A lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So the last step before we hit go on the timer is Dylan as our villain. Oh, wait, you guys don't have names and pronouns. Yeah, come up with some of those.
We don't.
Come up with some of those.
Can my name be Freddie Prince Jr.?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it
No
can.
relation. Yes,
No,
relation?
none at all.
You spell Prince with the Z as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually Freddie Prince.
Freddie
Prince.
Freddie Prince.
Prince.
I'm actually Freddie Prince.
Hey,
That'll
it's
be,
Freddie
that'll be
Prinze.
he, him pronouns for me.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Tweedledee, thing two.
I'm Chaz.
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 He, him.
And then there's nothing rom-coms love more than giving female characters boy names. So
That's true.
my name is actually Carly, but I go by Carl.
Fuck
That's so good.
Fuck
oh,
yeah.
delicious.
And it's
yeah.
she, her.
Love this.
I
Love this.
love the name Carl for a girl.
Do you know, I was
Honestly,
trying
I
to
do too.
think of what's a guy's name that is like a really
Like a really guy's
like
name.
like a guy's name or whatever. And then I
Yeah.
came up with Carl, and I was like, you could argue that that's short for Carly.
Carl's
Yeah.
like cool. She's cool as hell. That's
Carl.
like somebody who goes by Carl. You're like, you're gonna break my heart.
I usually go by
Can I
Carl.
tell you guys the shortest story
Of course.
that I don't know if it's too saucy for this podcast. I don't know what your mood is, but back when I was a stripper, my name was Charlie. My like stage name was Charlie.
Mm.
Because I liked it very much. But there was a guy, a regular that used to come into the club whose, God-given name was Charles. And we used to have a little bit where after he heard my stage name for the first time, he was like, short for Charles? And I was like, yeah, of course. He would come in every night and he would be like, Charles. And I'd be like, Charles.
Charles.
Honestly, great bit.
That is so good.
Guy
It was
nailed
very
it.
good.
Amazing. I love the like hat tip that seems
Yeah,
short
it was
Charles.
very
Charles.
formal.
Short for Charles, obviously.
Charles.
Charles, good to see you again. How's industry?
Okay, great. So the last thing before we hit go on this here timer is our villain needs to give a little let's play a game style monologue to the
Yeah.
leads to
Yeah.
lay out the situation at hand. Dylan, those points that you need to hit are on slide 10, but
see.
you can, or slide 8, but you can add whatever flavor and jazz you want.
Yeah.
Jazz, baby.
Yeah.
And from this point on, I am gonna go shut the hell up and let these folks play a fun little game.
Here's the thing. My wife left me. And I know that's not everybody's problem, But I have to tell you, it's yours now. Because, look, I did everything for my wife. I loved her so much. I still do. And she said I wasn't putting in enough effort, right? Like, I'm not going the extra mile for her. I'm not taking her out on enough fancy dates. I'm not buying her enough fancy gifts. And I'm not talking to her in all the right lovey-dovey sort of ways. And so she up and leaves. She didn't know, though, I've been working on myself, right? I've been watching the movies. I've read some books. I went through the poetry and stuff, and I listened to a couple of them Taylor Swift songs. I have been working on my emotional intelligence so that I could get this woman to fall in love with me all over again. And she ups and leaves before Valentine's Day when I had this big plan. So, I had to up the ante a little bit. So that's where you two jabronis come in, I'm sorry to say. So here's the situation. I know that this room may look a little scary, but it's not. Okay? It's not scary. It's nice. Okay?
Can I just ask a clarifying question?
You may not.
Okay.
Questions at the end. I can anticipate you might be curious about the walls. They're painted a little bit shoddy. I'm not so much into painting, but I did my best. It's an elevator. You're inside an elevator, like the one where you guys got stuck that one time, like, you know, a way back, right? That's the walls in here. Also, if you just sort of direct your eye line to, like, around the chest area, you'll see that there's a little bit of a little device there. I want you to imagine it's jewelry, but I want you to know it's a bomb.
What?
Yeah. So each of you's been affixed with a sort of explosive that I made, and very well, mind you. And it's gonna blow up, but only if you don't do exactly as I say and do it really, really well in a way that makes me really happy. Okay, so I just want you to know that it's not gonna go off because you're gonna be so good. You're gonna be stars to me. I can sense you got a question and it's burning inside you. Could you just, I feel like I'll get along better. Just go ahead.
You prefaced with the walls and the shoddy workmanship of the walls, and I think you could do really well with some painter's tape. And then you point to the bombs and you specify that no, these are, I did good on these. Just how much better are you at making bombs than you are at painting walls? Just so I know going into things.
Yeah, so I got a guy upstairs. He's in charge of painting the cars. I don't do all that. I'm good with all of the chemicals and the mixing. And also, while I was doing my emotional education, I sort of went down what you would call a pipeline. So I've started to learn some other things along the way. How about you, Carl? You got any questions?
So should we start now?
No, I got a couple. I just got one more thing I got to get out here before we get started. So the point. I want you to do a good job. I want to set you up for success. I want you to do good so that I can do good at getting my wife back. Okay? So what you're going to do, you're gonna that I know, I'm sweet. You're going to fall in love. Okay, with each other.
Oh no!
Okay.
No, so we're just friends.
We're just friends.
I don't think you heard me about the bombs thing.
Oh no!
So You're
No,
gonna fall in love.
But is there an alternate win condition or something? Because
Oh my God, Chaz, why do you always ask that?
also,
Okay.
just for the record, I'm on your side. You were doing the work day in and day out, and your wife wanted some big gesture. Like you don't need that in your life. Like that's not what love is. Love
Okay,
is
Chaz, this is
beginning.
not, I don't think this
I'm
is
just
how
saying.
we
I'm just
help.
saying.
I don't think
I
this is
think
how
you
we
were on
help.
the right track before. I think your wife will see that. She'll come around.
You know, Camilla, here's the thing about Camilla. Camilla gets what Camilla wants. And Camilla wants a grand gesture. She's going to get the grandest gesture she's ever heard of in her whole life. No one else is ever going to be able to compare to me because I made all her rom-com dreams come true in real life just for her one-man show. All right? So look at this. You fall in love. You really don't want to fall in love? I better not be able to tell. You know?
Okay.
I want to believe you're in love, and Camilla better believe you're in love. All right?
Okay.
So I'm going to close this repurposed sliding glass door, but what it means is you're locked in the elevator. All right? You two are trapped in there. You've only got the things that are on you. Look. I got you a grocery bag full of assorted items. And,
Is this like an escape room?
You're not getting out of the elevator until you two make a connection that makes me satisfied.
Okay.
Okay.
Chaz, I got you a box of assorted chocolates.
Oh, like a gift. Like this is.
It's just, imagine, I don't know, hypothetically, you were on your way to give those to somebody else or something like that. Or maybe you're sad and you bought them at the grocery store just for yourself to eat tonight. But it doesn't matter because now you're locked in the elevator with the most beautiful Carl I've ever seen. So I think
Oh my God.
this is the making of a beautiful scene, you know?
Okay.
I believe we should start the timer. And just, again, you're wearing beautiful jewelry. Know that it's a bomb. It
Okay.
will go off.
Oh no.
Okay.
Don't fail me. You're going to
Okay.
do so good. Can't wait to see the show.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's ticking.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Jazz. Okay, we have a grocery bag. We got a grocery bag with stuff. Is it gonna? What do we have?
No. We just got to calm down. Okay.
Okay, totally. Yes.
We've got.
Sorry. Also, you guys have to roll your mood dice for the scene.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna roll my mood die. I got a 2. I got calm.
I rolled 3, drama.
I got a 1. I got Rom.
I think Carl is gonna try to reach and pull the grocery bag away from you, and it's absolutely a paper grocery bag, and it just fully rips in half, and everything that was inside of it falls onto the ground. Oh my God! Oh, I'm so sorry. I can pick all that up for you. It's so sorry. I didn't mean to.
I'm gonna reach down and start like picking stuff up and just be like, Carl, just slow down, just nice and calm. And as we're picking stuff up, our hands accidentally touch, and then I look up and we share like a quick smile at like what could be a romantic moment, but we both know isn't a romantic moment because we're just friends. And we both, or at least I gain a tick for sharing a smile, laugh, or moment of calm with the other lead.
I also get a tick because I nervously am like, oh my God. Yes. Okay. Calm. We can be calm. It's okay.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
I know what to do.
Yeah.
This is like I said, you just got to take things calm, slow, steady, figure it out piece by piece. Okay, we've got the big problem of the bomb and the small problem of putting on a good show. Okay.
Does it look okay?
Like
the bomb, does it look weird? Like, does it look weird on me? I'm not like a big jewelry person.
Honestly, what you want with that type of jewelry is kind of like something plunging, and you don't really have that. On. I know you own it. I'm just saying.
No. It's, you know me. I'm just like very casual. It's just not my vibe.
You know what? Why don't you here? Turn around. I'll pull it up a little bit.
But what?
The jewelry, the necklace. Like I'll like cinch it in the back so that it's higher instead of this kind of like dangling pendant type thing.
Yeah. Okay. Totally. And she's gonna turn around, with her back to you. Does that look better?
Yeah, I like tie it up in a knot in the back. It really poorly, but I'm like, yeah, that's way better. It's way better.
Cool.
Okay, now listen to what I'm saying. And I'm going to focus the conversation on me and take another tick. Okay, all we got to do, clearly this crazy supervillain that kind of looks like Freddie Prinze Jr.
Do you know what's so funny? Because the name tag said Junior, and I had that exact same thought.
Right?
Isn't that so funny?
I'm not in the scene, okay? I'm not in this.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Junior.
Right.
It's all right, but just, focus.
It's a learning curve.
Okay.
But just real quick, I think that...
Oh, also, we both get a tick for sharing something in common, which is thinking the villain looks like Freddie Prinze Jr.
Hell yeah. And I'm just gonna be like, I think that like he might know about our past and the thing that happened in the elevator, so maybe we kind of
The elevator. Do you think we just do the elevator all over again? I know you didn't.
No.
I know you didn't appreciate it really in the moment, but you have to admit,
Carl,
that was a pretty grand thing that I did.
Carl, we're gonna do the elevator thing for the first time. Wink, wink.
Carl's gonna take her hands and grab onto Chaz's shoulders and say,
Chaz, I've got this.
and then I'm gonna try to step on. What I want you to do is sort of squat so that I can step into your hands to lift me up, but I don't think you've done it yet, so I'm just trying to clamber up you to get to the ceiling of the elevator to try to push, I don't know, a piece of it off.
And I'm gonna spend 3 tokens to make consensual physical contact to fill 1 spot on your love track. As I help you get up into as you just start climbing, and then I'm like, okay, 1 second, and I'm holding all the groceries that Ben spilled. I'm like, shit, okay.
I would argue that the way that I am climbing up you is extremely Amanda Bynes. It's real quirky and fun and great physical comedy, so I get another tick.
As you're climbing him, I would like to make my presence known with tech, and I want to the lights in the elevator to go off for a moment.
Boom! Jesus. Okay, no. I'm right here.
No, oh, don't grab that.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Oh, is this? Oh, nope. So sorry. Oh, God.
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
I
No one
didn't
move.
mean
No one move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
This hand where I'm squeezing.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Does that hand move up or down?
It should stay exactly where it is.
Okay, then you move around the hand.
Okay.
Okay. No. Okay.
No.
No.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, that just hurts.
You know what? I'm just gonna jump.
And I'm gonna just let go and fall down onto the floor.
You fall, and I immediately laugh at you. And take a token for sharing a laugh and a smile with the other lead.
The lights flicker back on, and you see me flicking a light switch up and down, and then I let the lights go on and keep watching the show.
Yeah, I think we see what you clearly think is a really nice one-way mirror, but as you flick the lights on and off, it kind of reveals that there's a one-way mirror there.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
listen.
So I don't think going up that way is maybe the answer.
I think no, you're right. I think you're gonna get us out of here. Okay, you did it last time, so I think let's try it again. Okay, so we'll listen.
Yeah.
We're just friends, and I'm gonna take a token for reminding them that we're just friends.
Totally. Yeah. No, we're just friends.
And certainly, friends can lift each other up in a non-sensual or romantic way. And
Totally.
so if I have to touch your butt a little bit to get you to the place you need to go, not like that. If I need to touch your butt a little bit to get you up,
No, definitely never like that. It's so
Then
stupid.
that's-
No, so stupid.
then that's fine.
Okay.
And then you'll get out of here, and then we'll get out of this insane Saw game.
Okay. I trust you. I think we can do this.
I trust you too. And we both taken a token for sharing something common with the other lead.
And I'm also going to take another tick for letting my gaze linger on you for maybe a moment too long.
I've got my hands down, cupped to take your foot up. And I'm just I'm looking down at my hands waiting. I'm like, you coming?
Yeah, no, totally. I'm totally doing it. Actually,
I'm gonna spend 2 tokens.
say I need to talk to you.
And I'm gonna pause the timer for 1 minute.
Okay. What?
So like they were saying that we can't get out of the elevator, and so like I don't know if you wanted to like put your hand on my butt, you could, but like we're just friends. Like you said, we're just friends. So I don't know if that's like necessary.
I think we're supposed to kind of like play act at we might be falling in love.
Oh yeah, no, totally, yes.
But no, we could just try to pry the door open. I mean, I've got a really, really old crusty breadstick in here, and I think we might be able to use that.
Breadstick.
I was given the bag of groceries. This isn't a good bag of groceries. You can't make a meal out of
This is
this.
why I always bring the food. You
They
do
weren't my
weird
groceries.
snacks. You do weird
These
snacks.
weren't my groceries. These are the groceries that were given to me by the evil supervillain.
That was right, totally. Okay, back on track. Focus. Focus up, Chaz. Okay. We're gonna lift me up. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm ready.
Hop up.
Up.
And I'm gonna try to fiddle with the lights to try to find like a hatch or do anything up there to try to find an escape route.
Do you think maybe if you like go over that way a little bit, maybe it's the other corner?
And it's really that like physical comedy thing of someone holding on to like something that is too tall and it keeps going off balance. He goes, whoa, whoa. You keep going back and forth.
Is it over? Is it over this one? No.
And you kind of like fall back and I grab onto your back and I go, hey, ready? 1, 2. And I shove you up as hard as I can so that you are able to like push through the hatch that was getting stuck.
Oh my god! Oh, I did it! Oh, this is so exciting! Oh my god, cool! It's fun up here.
And I'm gonna spend 3 more tokens to make consensual physical contact and fill one spot on the other's love track.
Aww.
As you emerge through the top, you can now see me in my viewing chair, watching this, and I'm crying, weeping, and I'm gonna take a token to say, to be sad and cry about my ex. I'm gonna say, you're not getting it. You're just not getting it. Like the elevator is like, it's a place for you to fester the seeds of love and like get them to grow, and you're trying to escape just like my wife tried to escape our love elevator. And I just don't think you're getting the point here,
Carl, seeing this and taking it in, is going to spend 3 tokens to do her calm boom, which is take one of your quirks to the extreme and fill a spot on the other lead's love track. And I am going to, in the most over-the-top slapstick way, fall back into the elevator. And in doing so, knock over Chaz such that I land in your arms on the floor of the elevator.
That's great stuff, Carl.
I think a combination of that and me like hopping you up out of here, you realize Chaz is a little more muscular than you maybe have realized before. He wears a lot of baggy clothes.
Oh my god, Chaz. Have you been like working out more?
I'm going to take another token to focus the conversation on myself. And
I'm going to take a tick for letting my eyes linger on your biceps.
Yeah, just like, nothing crazy. I'm just like doing paleo and alternating with keto, and then doing a mostly raw diet, working out 6 to 8 times a week.
Well, why didn't you tell me? I haven't been bringing snacks that are appropriate for literally any of those diet plans.
Oh no, you're always my cheat day.
But
I mean, your snacks are always my cheat day.
we have coffee every day.
Yeah, but like kind of all of you leads up to my cheat day. I mean, like all of your snacks equal my cheat day.
I'm your cheat day?
Your pastries.
Right.
Because we're just friends. And I take no token for reminding you that we're just friends.
Right. That's... Wow. That might be the most romantic thing anyone's ever said to me.
And I'm gonna take a tick for saying how I feel.
I'm just gonna really quick side eye over at the not so good one way mirror and see what the villain's doing. How does Freddie Prinze Jr. look?
Yeah, he is back in the story, like so invested. You got an audible awe out of him, so we did take a token for that. But at that moment, actually, he's gonna get up, and I'm going to spend 3 tokens to activate the unexpected embarrassment cannon. And I'm gonna target Carl with this cannon. And like what I think really happens, I don't know that this guy has any sort of cannon. I think he just gets up and shakes the fake elevator. And the contents of Carl's purse like fall out onto the floor. And I think what is something that Carl would have, like that she would be embarrassed for Chaz to know she has?
Carl definitely has a little pamphlet that's like coffee making 101.
Oh, that's cute.
Because she wants to learn how to get better at it. And also 45 Super Plus tampons.
Oh, okay. Sure, of course.
I'm just leaning down and I'm just like, there's no way you need this.
Right, no.
Listen,
God. Oh
it's
my
not
God.
my place to say, but there's no way.
This is just, I just, don't look at that. It's fine. No, don't even look about it.
No, listen, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. And I'll take another token for ignoring or brushing off their feelings.
It just is, it's like the what, it was just, I mean, my ex, Trisha, it was just, she had like a really heavy flow, and I just got used to carrying around a bunch of tampons because she would get mad when I wouldn't have them. And
I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder.
I'm gonna also take a tick for Tucky about a failed relationship.
I'm gonna put it like a calming hand on your shoulder, or like on both your shoulders. Just go, okay, calm down. We're good. We're just friends.
Right.
Everyth's good.
Okay.
We're gonna get out of this together. And by this, I mean both this situation with the bombs and this elevator. And I'm gonna make consensual physical contact again to fill another spot on your love track.
Oh my God, I'm so in love.
And I again with my overly muscled arms, like pull you up to your feet with a surprising little effort on my part.
Oh.
And thus ends the first scene.
So romantic. I'm so Carl's so
Scene
in love.
1 done. How is everybody feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah.
Feeling
It's very
good?
fun.
Yeah.
Feel like
I'm
you got the
good.
rhythm, got the gist of the game. Any questions or
Yeah.
concerns now that you've engaged with it?
No, I think it's good.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. Let's take a look at our track questions. For the leads, fill at most 3 spots on your love track for any of the following that occurred. You said the words I love you, 1 spot, and you meant it, 2 spots.
Oh.
You shared prolonged eye contact, 1 spot, that made your heart race, 2 spots, or you shared consensual physical contact, 1 point.
Ooh. Well, we definitely shared physical.
Yeah, there's
Or-
a lot of physical contact.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of
physical
physical
contact.
contact.
Yeah.
And I think we didn't say I love you. And my eyes definitely lingered, but I don't think we
Not on the
shared
eyes.
prolonged
Not on the
eye
eyes.
contact. But I'd say we at least got 2 ticks for physical contact.
Yeah. Can we fill out multiple for physical contact?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For the freedom track, Fill at most 3 spots for each of the following that occurred. You hid something from the villain that aided the other lead. 1 point if you just hid it. 2 if it aided the other lead. You forced the villain to intervene directly. 1 spot, and they failed to stop you. 2 spots, or you used the secrets boom.
We definitely forced the villain to intervene directly by using the embarrassment gun.
And sending
Ray.
you back in the elevator.
and sending me falling back into the elevator. So do I get 1 spot for each of those incidents?
Yeah, 1 for each of those, I'd say.
Take it.
Yeah, I'd say probably Carl gets 2, Chaz probably gets 1 for the...
Okay. Whatever.
Oh, and I have
mean,
to put my tokens back.
No, whatever.
If you've already marked it, that's fine.
It's asymmetrical.
No.
For our villain, for your entertainment track, you fill at most 3 spots for any of the following. You said "aw" or gasped at something that the lead said or did.
Yeah, which that did happen. I also can identify a rom-com because despite not remembering the overall point of You've Got Mail, I do know that they get trapped in an elevator together at some point and something happens there.
Hell
That
yeah.
does happen.
So do you get another point for identifying an existing rom-com that was ripped off or referenced? You also, I believe, went more than 2 minutes
I
without
think I
making a
did.
move or injecting for sure.
Yes, definitely.
So I think you get all 3. You get 3 for entertainment.
Yes.
Oh, no.
And also, did you tick yours for using your comedy move during? I believe you get a tick for using the embarrassment cannon.
Oh, yes, I did. I did that when I
Cool.
used it. Yeah.
Perfect. And then your evil track, proving you understand love to Camilla. Fill at most 3 spots for each of the following. The leads ask about your ex, and you get a chance to answer. A lead reminds you of your ex, you overshare about your ex, or you learn something new about love.
I think I'm only going to take 1 here. I think I overshared about my ex, but I think
Yeah, I'd
that's
agree.
it. I don't think I did anything else.
All right, so everybody should re-roll their mood dice for the next
Yes.
scene. And then, Dylan, do you have a setting in mind to start the next scene and an amount of time passed?
Okay, I'm going to do Rom for this one. So I will be gaining a token when I compliment one of the leads.
Cool.
And then you get the 3 token move for Rom as well.
Nice. Okay.
I rolled calm again.
And I rolled drama.
Bring the drama.
All right, just don't don't mind this, and I'm going to take down the plywood set that was the elevator. I'm going to hand you to these 2 leashes, right?
What?
You're going to go over here. You're going to go over here. You're at the opposite ends of the room, right? Okay. So now at the end, it's like those those little things you get at the boardwalk. They're like fake dog leashes and they're stiff and it's like an invisible dog. It's real funny. Like the thing, there's nothing there. But I couldn't bring in real dogs for this because it's too dangerous with the machinery upstairs. So
Safety is
I
important.
see.
Sure.
yeah. Also, if you guys fail and I gotta blow you up, but it's not like I'm taking some dogs out with me. It's just you.
Right.
No, that would be inhumane of you.
Exactly. So, so just pretend that those little collars are filled with actual dogs. Breeds up to you. Names up to you. I respect your creative freedom, but all right, you 2 are at opposite ends of the blocks, and your dogs, the vision is your dogs are like pulling you towards each other. You're going to have a nice little bump into each other. In the middle of the city street, it's busy, it's day. I don't know, maybe you have coffee.
I get
heard
it.
something about coffee.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's up to you. I'm not even here.
It's Chess. It's like 101 Dalmatian.
Okay, my dog's, it's an Australian Shepherd named Pinky.
Okay, well, that's not a Dalmatian.
No, but I want an Australian Shepherd. And
Right.
I can't have one because
I know.
I'm allergic.
I know.
But in this, I get it.
Okay,
This is important
So
to me.
I'm still gonna do a Dalmatian though,
Okay.
and it'll be named the Brain. Fun, right?
Okay. I mean, it's a little derivative
Can you get the
now.
Brain? Yeah.
But, okay, I guess. Okay, sure.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Oh, Pinky, get back here.
Oh, the brain! The brain! Ha ha! Oh my god!
Hey, how's it going?
It's you again!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Hey.
Hey!
Um.
Hi. Yeah. This is a little weird, isn't it?
I know this isn't the time for it, but like, this is on-leash hours for small to mid-sized dogs, and your Dalmatian is actually like a large-sized dog.
Oh.
So you can't be in the park right now. I'm going to take 1 point for harping on the rules.
Great improv, Chaz. I really feel like I know who you are.
Yeah. No, definitely. That's totally a fair point.
Also, just for me, can you hold, now that I've established the world, can you hold your leash up higher to like kind of show that you have a tall dog?
Yeah. No, definitely. I feel like I just am feeling, I'm feeling a little weird about the whole thing, you know?
It's fine. Let's just go. We'll just go on a walk.
Take a tick for saying how I feel. It just is like, I don't like when you pretend to be mad at me, even when it's pretend, you know?
I'm gonna take a tick for finding something common with the other lead. I don't actually like pretending to be mad with you. I was just trying to create some drama in this situation.
I totally, yeah. No, I should have guessed that. I know, yeah. Totally.
I'm gonna do my drama boom to spend 3 tokens and leave the scene rather than say how I feel. And I fill 1 spot on the villain's entertainment track. And I leave the room and I go, let's just start it again.
Yeah, okay. And I'm gonna take a tick for hating for you to leave, but loving to watch you go. Really, I'm taking it for letting my gaze linger on you for too long, but we all know. Right, totally. Okay.
From off screen, you just hear, Pinky, get back here. And rather than me running in, like chasing a lead, I just throw the leash. And it's basically like a javelin getting thrown at you.
Oh! It's a stray dog! Oh, just kidding. Wait, ha, and
No, I love the voice, actually. The voice was good. If you feel like keeping the voice, I mean, I wouldn't be too mad.
Oh, yeah, totally. And I am gonna gain a token for being quirky and doing a sort of like weird, as if I'm trying to like basketball player play defense against a fake dog on a leash.
And I run up and I'm like, we're both trying to corral the fake dog. I'm just like, here we go. And no, I got him.
You got, it's a beautiful dog.
Thanks. I like the Dalmatian. Too.
Oh, thanks. He's named the Brain. Weird, but you know.
Oh, this is Pinky.
Oh my god, like Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky and the Brain, like Tweedledee and
Thing
two.
And I'm gonna take a token for sharing a moment or sharing a smile and a laugh with the other lead, remembering our Tweedledee and Thing 2 joke.
I will also take a smile token. I'll also take a tick for sharing a smile and a laugh. I think this is now where we're realizing in the moment that this is how we actually met, and we've been forced back into the situation to like replay this moment. And I'm just like, oh, it's a flashback.
Oh,
I didn't realize we were doing a flashback.
Love a good flashback.
Copy.
Oh,
Good catch, gang.
Sorry. We'll keep going. And I'm going to take a token for folks in the conversation on myself. You know, I actually think that, you know, in the city, it's kind of almost rude to have a big dog. 'Cause they've got so much energy and they've got to, you know, run around. I'm not saying that you're rude. I'm saying that like less people should have big dogs. I'm saying, you know, small to medium dogs are better for the city.
no, like definitely. I'm gonna spend 1 token to recall a shared memory, but like not about the dogs. Do you remember how you used to think that I was like super rude because I would tell people all the time about the squirrel story, and you were like, stop telling people the squirrel story, but I was telling everybody the squirrel story like over and over and over again, and I thought it was really funny, but you were just kind of like, nah.
It took you a while to get good at telling the squirrel story, and that's really what the problem is.
That's the funny, right?
Once you got it, it was good.
It's
but
so fun.
It took you longer than it should have to get good at that story, considering how often you told it.
It's just like sometimes you, yes, yeah, no, definitely. It's, yeah. It's so stupid. Yeah. No, it's fine. It's stupid. It's fine. It was good times, though, how you, like, helped me figure out the story. Anyway, back to the dogs. It's fine. I want to spend 2 tokens to create an NPC.
There we go.
I'm going to roll. Oh, they got bomb. We got a bomb NPC here. And I think the NPC is gonna be your ex. No, you know what? It's your super sexy coworker who I kind of don't like, and you swear there's nothing going on.
She's got like a very like severe haircut.
Yes, but it looks really good on her.
But it wouldn't look good on anyone else.
Because
but
she's
it looks
French.
good on her.
His
Because
name
she's
is
French.
Marie. Oh, Jazz, that's so funny running into you in the park here with your dog. And she's walking my poodle.
Marie. Oh, another. See, this is what I'm talking about. Small dogs versus big dogs. They just make more sense in the city.
Oh, c'est du, je veux, you have it, they're méchants. That is, why would you do it? It's such a big, it's cruel to these dogs, Yeah, no, definitely. Hi, Marie. I don't know if you remember me. It's good. Is something is man's name, right? This Carl. Carl.
You remember Carl?
Yeah, yes, he's with the hair and so you have the stuff going on. Yes, it's the sweaters. It's the sweaters I always remember. While this is happening as Carl, I'm gonna take a token for being quirky, and when Marie Point says yes with the hair and the sweaters, I'm gonna start like twirling one finger in my hair, but also like wringing the sleeve of my sweater, so I just kind of look like a crazy person with 2 weird ticks going on. Yeah, no, totally. That's me with sweaters and the hair.
Can I give the NPC a token to tell them about the bombs or ask them for help? I'm just gonna purposely get because she's walked in also with a fake leash. And so I go up to her and we're basically just like sword fighting with these stiff leashes, but I'm pretending like they're getting tangled, and I get really close and I'm going, hey, do you also have a bomb? Do you know about the bombs?
Oh, the dogs, they are fighting with each other. Bomb?
No, do you know?
What did you say? Bomb.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. Like the microphones that they have on the set?
God damn it, Marie.
Oh, just what is you're dusty. Let me brush you off. Let's get your shoulder and this. Oh, how you get in these duffels?
What? That's Brian asking what?
What's this? You're not jewelry man. Why are you wearing this jewelry?
And I'm gonna spend another token to tell them about the bomb. Be like, I look at her. I go, because it's a bomb.
A bomb.
God damn. I'm gonna turn
like a
to
Beth bomb.
No. I'm gonna turn to Carl, and I'm gonna find something in common with Carl and go, this woman, right?
I mean, you said it, not me, Chaz.
I always said I wasn't into her, but there was a little. The severity of the haircut intrigued me.
So you admit it?
Kind of.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I knew it. I knew it. You always said that. You just kept saying it wasn't true, but I knew it. I knew it was true.
Just hang on. And I'm gonna go back to Marie, and I'm gonna spend another token to again tell them about the bombs and ask for help. Be like, how did you get here? Can you help us?
I was walking my dog, as you see. Wait a second. Why is in the leash? I've lost it completely. Ooh la la, where is the dog?
Once an NPC is given 3 tokens, they get killed by the villain right before saving the leads.
Oh, is this a bomb? Of course. Well, all you have to do is...
So Freddie Prinze Jr. Comes out with a cartoonish hooked cane and yoinks her out of frame. And we'll just sort of like toss her off to the side and be like, there was a gust of wind, and then he's gonna shoot her, and then
There was a gust of wind.
Bang!
she's not in the scene anymore.
Oh my god, Chaz!
Freddie Prinze Jr. is gonna kind of come up to the side of this stage that he's set up, and he's not gonna face you. He's gonna face away from you. And I will spend the 3 tokens to activate the inner monologue ray. But what I'm going to say first is, these 2 lovebirds, they don't seem to be on the right track. They're distracted. They're annoyed with one another. They barely communicate. You would think that they don't even like each other. You would think that they'll never end up together. But what you don't know is how they really feel. And he's gonna like do a little shimmy off to the side and set the stage for the 2 of you.
What are you, the muse? Sing to me of the rom-com muse.
And I'm also going
The
to
story
gain a
of twists
token
and
back.
turns.
Oh, no, I'm not going to get a token back. Never mind.
Scene.
That's the end
it.
of the scene, damn it!
Freddie Prinze Jr. is terrifying.
I do love coming out like a muse in a Greek play. I half expected you to say like, what's that from Romeo and Juliet? 2 lovers, each from, I don't know the monologue, but
2 households, both alike
Yes,
in
they
dignity,
both
in
alike
fair
in
Verona
dignity.
where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny.
Oh, God.
Colin Chess, both alike in dignity.
So I kind of took you guys through the first scene break. Do you feel like you guys can kind of take yourselves through the remaining scene breaks and just check with me if you need any clarifications?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Take it away. That is the end of Act 1. We're moving into Act 2 next.
I feel like Act 1, I was so on point of like, all right, let's get that love track filled. Love, love, love. Here's a little
And
bit of
then
freedom,
we-
freedom. And
Scene
then did none of it.
Scene 2, we sort of lost a little bit. All right. For leads, we will fill at most 3 spots on the love track based on if any of the following. You said the words "I love you" and meant it. We didn't do either. We shared prolonged eye contact, and it made our hearts race. We did share eye contact when Marie was being really annoying, and you shared a moment with me
All right, I'll
where
take
you were
that.
like, okay, this bitch.
This bitch.
This bitch. I don't think it made my heart race. But,
I would hope not.
you shared consensual physical contact. That was mostly the dogs who got that. Not
Yeah,
us.
the dogs. The dogs are in love.
The dogs are in love.
Mm-hmm.
The fake.
The fake leads.
Oh, man.
Okay, and then fill at most 3 on the freedom track for each of the following that occurred in the scene. You hid something from the villain for 1 spot, and 2 spots if it aided the other lead.
Oh, yeah.
We kind of hid that we were trying to disarm the bomb. It definitely didn't work.
I think you hid something from the villain, so you would get 1.
I'll take 1.
But I just sort of let Marie do her thing.
Number 2 is you forced the villain to intervene directly, and they failed to stop you. 1 point if they intervened directly, 2 points if you failed to stop you. They definitely intervened directly. They
Yeah.
did not fail to stop us.
So we got one more on the freedom track each.
Use the secrets boom, which we've not used.
We haven't done that yet.
I gotta use the secrets boom.
Gotta use it.
Midnight Muscadines is a cozy, dark tabletop role-playing game where light and shadow intertwine in a fractured world. Players take on the roles of marmoteers, brave adventurers who journey into the untamed wilderness to collect the elusive Midnight Muscadines, craft magical jams, and protect the fragile light of Nim. Through collaborative storytelling and resourceful gameplay, players weave tales of courage, community, and the pursuit of balance. Will you preserve the light, uncover the truths hidden in the shadows, or reshape the balance of the world forever? Midnight Muscadines is perfect for fans of Studio Ghibli and Sea of Stars who seek to capture the magic of exploration and the heartfelt adventure in a world where small heroes make a big impact. Play Midnight Muscadines as a traditional GM'd game, GMless, or even solo. Midnight Muscadines is crowdfunding now on BackerKit. Join the campaign at pandiongames.com/muscadines.
I'm Quinns of tabletop role-playing game review show Quinn's Quest, and this is Play to Find Out. Play to Find Out is an actual play podcast that brings notorious old games from the 80s and 90s back to the table. Each season of Play to Find Out, I'm joined by Emily Johnson and Rob Morgan.
Good? Nervous?
Yeah.
You both looked at each other really concerned, like you think what's about to happen is going to be unpleasant. And frankly, I think that's rude.
And together, we explore the TTRPGs of ages gone by. Our goal, to separate the TTRPGs that deserve to be remembered from those that maybe don't. I don't know, Emily. It was the 80s. A lot of people were on cocaine. We blow the dust from decrepit systems to learn how they work. Your 100 on the encounter table bursts out. Right, you've encountered a fog. Get ready. Don't laugh.
Does one get ready for a fog?
Don't laugh. Encounter their unique quirks.
I do finger guns to cover up how I wince.
A weird thing happens as you do finger guns.
Oh no.
And I'm hoping that the Quinn's Quest community will join us in exploring these games too. If you this up, cannot describe to you how much your adventure ends here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because the best way to learn is to play to find out. Play to Find Out is available now on the Quinn's Quest Patreon, but the first episode of each series streams for free on the Quinn's Quest YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts. Anyway, you failed the Earth Tech roll, and you made jokes while I was doing my exposition, so you don't get to hear anymore.
Oh, no. Come on.
I was shook as... All right, villain.
Okay, so on the entertainment track, I can fill at most 3 spots. Let's see. I said awe. I did not say awe. Just a note for you guys.
Just a note. First scene,
note.
lots of awes.
I've got notes.
Second scene, you seem to be doing a lot of bits. And let me tell you, the audience did not care for it.
I am the focus audience. My wife will be coming. You laughed at something a lead said or did. You identified an existing rom-com. I'm tempted to go for the existing rom-com for 101 Dalmatians.
It's also the ending scene of When Harry Met Sally. Or not When Harry Met Sally.
Go.
You've Got Mail.
Brinkley!
Oh, yeah. You've
Brinkley!
Got Mail. Oh,
Once
there
again,
you go. Yeah, we're going to rewrite this movie.
I thought I knew that movie, and both of the scenes we referenced, I'm like, I have no memory of that.
Oh, I do just a quick callback in case anyone out there is like, Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks are never in an elevator together. That's true, but Tom Hanks is in an elevator when he's with his current fiance, and that's when he realizes he's in love with her and they break up.
And he writes her an email about it. Yeah.
He does. He writes an email.
Yeah,
The mail.
That's the mail that she gets. Okay.
Who's got my mail?
The evil track, I don't think I got anything. I should really start learning things about love. But I don't think I got anything for this one, for evil track.
Ooh, we got to re-roll our
We do.
our mood dice. I got Rom.
Nice.
I got drama.
And I got bomb. Okay. I'm going to be bringing a real bad energy to this one.
Because the energy you brought so far was so positive.
I thought I'd been great. I thought I'd been a really quirky hostage holder, you know?
That's
I
what
thought-
I feel like I look for, yeah.
I thought I was doing a good thing here.
I thought we were all on the same page. Love. The page of love.
Oh, keep in mind we're also on Act 2, so we have different Act 2 moves and booms.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Actually, let me
yes.
take a look at that.
So rather than reminding you that we're just friends, I now push you away.
Oh, no.
And I can spend a token to, instead of ask someone how I look, I can see you in a different light.
I'll take my glasses off. Take my hair out of a ponytail.
Oh my God, you were hot the whole time?
You realize I actually have the exact same severe bob as Marie.
You seem to have the same severe bob that you've had up in a
It's just been in pigtails this whole time.
Yes, because you really put a severe French bob in pigtails.
Also, I have to say that you saying she had a severe haircut and choosing to make her French, in my head, she is the sister from Fleabag.
Yes.
That is exactly what I was
She is Claire.
picturing.
I look like a pencil. No, you look French.
That was really good, actually.
Fleabag season 2, perfect season of television. Just got to put it out there. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Also, Andrew Scott can absolutely get it.
Yeah. Oh, anytime.
Mhm.
Anytime.
Also, side note, he says the sexiest line in all of film and television.
Brian, we don't have time. No spoilers.
What is it?
It's Phoebe Waller-Bridge. It keeps like kind of flirting with him, and he's a priest. There's
Just
and
wanna
he's
hear
got
you
that,
say it.
that
Did you get
great,
close
like,
to the mic when you say it?
yeah. I mean, he's got that great Irish growl that I can't do. But
Yeah.
she's like flirting with him, and she's like, "Oh, what's the matter, father?" And he says, "Fuck you calling me father. Like it doesn't turn you on just to say it."
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember we both watched it. We both stopped, turned to each other, and went, "Jesus."
If somebody said that to me and didn't have sex with me after, I would call the cops.
They would be in the wrong.
That's fucking deranged to do that.
I would call the cops.
Abby and I on the couch both looked at each other, went, "Whoa," and both crossed our legs in unison. Fuck you calling me father like it doesn't turn you on just to say it.
Fuck. Okay.
Whew. Now that we're all in the mood.
Yeah. So
Next scene's about to get horny.
yeah, which is interesting because the bomb tick for this mood that I'm in means that I'm going to gain tokens by getting impatient with you guys. So anytime I get impatient with you, I will be taking a token.
Oh dear.
For Freddie Prinze, I'm just imagining like, make it sexier. Just like hits a button.
All right. So, all right. At the end of the last scene, I did hit you with the inner monologue, Ray.
Yes.
Oh, God, I don't know what has happened to me with this character. But so to set this next scene, Freddie Prinze Jr. takes the leashes out of your hands and throws them back in the prop box. And he has, I think there's a stagehand that he hired on TaskRabbit that he comes over to roll out 2 new plywood boxes, right? And they each like fit just one of you, and you're each gonna be side by side in these two separate boxes with one lamp above each of you, and it's and you're okay, and you're side by side.
As we're getting loaded in,
Directing an avant-garde play.
as we're getting loaded in, the PA or whatever comes over to me and goes, "Hey, listen, I'm sorry, but like this counts for my union hours, and I'm so close to my health insurance." So,
Yes, exactly.
I get it. It's fine. Okay.
All right. So these look like, I get it, they look like empty little rooms, but they're not. They're your mind palace. That's where you...
is Freddie Prinze Jr. a genius director? Is this actually going to be awesome?
Got it. Totally.
Wait, this might be great for our careers.
Chaz, focus up.
Sorry.
I gotta get inside the heads of you two. We gotta find out what's really going on and how you both really feel about each other. And he's gonna back away slowly and sit in his viewing chair.
With the ray activated, I just I think, okay, I'm not getting a lot of direction here. And then that gets broadcast over top really loud. I go, oh shit. Both out loud and at the same time it comes over top. Okay, don't think about anything sexy or anything weird, because that'll make... And then all that gets broadcast as well. Just like, okay, quiet your mind.
Okay. Chaz, I think, especially because it's all just going to get broadcast anyway, that we need to talk about you and Marie. And then you're going to hear her internal voice over the top being like,
He said that he always told me that he wasn't into it, but then he just told me that he was intrigued by her haircut. And like, who even is he if he's not telling me the truth about these things?
I'm going to spend one token to focus the conversation myself and go, no, listen, we don't need to talk about that. We should talk. And then I just come over top and goes, I don't know what to say. She's like really hot and the haircut really intrigued me. I've never been with a French woman before. And like, it was a lot. She kind of like was kind of superior, but not in a way that would get me in trouble at work. So like, I don't know. And I'm going to immediately also spend one to, because of the actual lighting situation in here, see Carl in a different light.
I think also when you say like, I've never been with a French woman and I don't know the power dynamic sort of a thing, you hear just through the mind ray Carl being like,
No, I mean, I guess I get that of the whole like weird power dynamic thing and like seeing someone at work and being like, this is sexy, but really only because you're at work.
and I'm going to take a token for having something in common with the other lead.
I'm also going to take a token for having something in common lead. Whatever I just said. So in Act 2, I get to gain a token when I push you away. So I'm just going to be like, listen, let's not talk about Marie. And I really don't want to talk about Marie. And then over top it comes, Jesus, can you just leave it alone? And I just kind of go, both me and the voice in my head goes, Eee.
I'm going to gain one token for holding back obvious tears and just go, oh. Yep. No, yep. Yeah.
Avoiding your feelings is not what we're here to do.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, Mind Palace.
I'm going to gain a token for showing that I remember something that you love. And I'm going to do... I hear that your voice is getting choked up. And I'm like... you hear my inner monologue voice just go, oh, shit, you got to do the thing. And then I start doing... Tweedledee without Tweedledum. Thing 1 without thing 2. Put them together, and what do? You get Tweedledee and thing 2. And I remember something you love, and it's that dumb fucking song I sang one time that you ask me to sing all the time.
And I'm gonna gain 2 tokens, one for sharing a smile, laugh, or moment of calm with the other lead, and then I'm also gonna take another one for letting my gaze linger on you for a moment too long as you do the stupid dance that goes with the stupid song.
I'm also going to take one for sharing a smile and laugh, and like it finishes up and we kind of like both laugh.
You know, a real natural laugh.
Ooh, I'm gonna spend 3 tokens to do the secrets boom. To speak out of earshot from the villain. The villain should plug their ears and yell la 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 for 20 seconds.
La 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 la.
I'll loop that. I'm just gonna kind of like lean through, like as we're laughing, I'm gonna lean through the slats I'm gonna like kind of lean forward, and kind of get in real close and go, "Hey, listen, we're gonna learn a lot about each other. Because you know the mind thing. I just want you to know that I really care about you, and whatever I may be thinking in my head is not what I actually like. It is what I actually think, but it's not what I actually think. And I don't mean for it to be hurtful, but no one should have this kind of access to each other's minds. Okay, so I think that.
But it's not just anyone; it's us, Jazz.
I know, but I just want you to remember that like what I'm saying is what I actually mean, and what I'm thinking in the instant is just like kind of base thought. And once that's all processed, that's what I really feel. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm saying there's animal instinct thoughts, and those aren't really me. Those are just things that come out of me. That's pure id. No one should be exposed to each other's pure id.
Right. No, totally. And then I'm going to gain a token for focusing on something other than them. And you just hear the internal thoughts going,
Id, I feel like I know what that is. But also, was it ID? Or like, I don't really remember. I feel like it's something about Freud. But then was that the Freudian slip? Remember that girl who was at that Halloween party that one time and that was her costume and it felt like really clever and all the guys there were like, oh, how sexy, how fun. And I was like, I don't get it.
I'm going to gain a tick because I find something in common with the other lead. That it is true. We should not be exposed to each other's id. I just point up and go, see?
Yeah. I think I'm listening again. It has been
yes, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna spend 2 tokens to create another NPC. And I'm gonna roll. Their mood is 1 Rom. And it's gonna be the guy from the auto body shop who does the paint jobs.
Great.
Who is gonna come into the room. What, did we already give him a name?
No.
It's Pete. Hey, so I know you told me to not come down. What's happening over here? Who's this individual? And he's gonna make eyes at Chaz.
Chaz just goes, "Oh, a potential ally," and then that gets broadcast. and then Chaz out loud goes, "God damn it!"
Oh, look at you look like you work out. Maybe look at those biceps. And then I'm gonna take a token as Carl for holding back tears at this beefy man who has come down here and is immediately getting more attention than I am from Chaz. It's probably because I don't understand what it is.
So the Rob NPC, you can give them a token to remind the leads how hard it is to find love with an anecdote of your own failed love life. So what's his name again? Pete. I'll give Pete a token, and Pete just like kind of comes up real quick. Oh, is this the whole? What was the voice we did?
It was similar to the Freddie Prinze.
Hey, is this like one of the things to get is this like a whole thing to get Camilla back? Is this like a rom-com type thing?
Yeah, I think it is.
Listen. I had a thing with Camilla way back when, and she does. Elliot's eyes just got huge. And she does demand a lot in a lot of weird ways, good ways, bad ways. You got to be consistent, but also, peaks and valleys. And, it didn't work out for me. It was just too much. Sometimes you just need consistency.
Right. I think I'm not hearing this. Carl's going to walk over to Chaz and just sort of like put her arm around him, and she's gonna try to make prolonged eye contact with you.
Just like forcing intimacy.
Just sort of connecting me, like, I know this guy's like kind of weird. You hear it just over because she's realizing she's trying to like communicate with ESP, but sort of forgetting that it's just being projected to the entire room. Just be like,
This guy's pretty weird, and I feel like it's a problem that he's really on board with all of this, but he's right. I mean, kind of have to it takes a lot of work for any relationship, romantic, not romantic.
I'm gonna gain a tick for pushing you away, and I physically put you back in your box and go,
No, we have to keep playing.
you physically put me in the box.
I physically put you back in your box. You came into my box. I'm just like, no, sorry, it's a one-person pine box.
Nobody puts Carl in a box.
Pete, hey, can I talk to you for a minute, Pete? It's just,
Yeah, what's up?
sorry, actors,
Yeah.
take a minute. Pete, I know you want to be involved in everything, but this is art that we're making, and you're off-putting energy. It came in here and it started to really mess with the dynamic of my lovers.
What do you mean off-putting energy? I think I got a very calming presence, you know?
It's just that you're bringing up Camilla here in the studio. First of all, Camilla's not in the show. Camilla's the audience. Second of all,
Oh, you better not tell Camilla that, because she's going to want to be in the show.
Since when are we freely talking about you and my wife? I thought we agreed that functionally never happened because I'm the only one who gave her a ring. Remember?
I'm going to spend 1 token to remind the other lead about how much time is left on the timer. Chaz, it feels like they're maybe having a moment, but we've got like less than 2 minutes.
I'm gonna focus the conversation on myself and be like, hang on. I kind of want to hear this. This is getting interesting. We can maybe use this information.
I'm going to then spend another token to see you in a different light, and I'm really concerned about the fact that you are not concerned about the bombs that are on our chest, and I'm wondering, do I really even know him?
Pete, Camilla and I, we've got something that you two would have never had, never did have, and never will have. And, Pete, I think I should remind you that, while I like you and I like the paint work that you do, I do, as we've established, know how to make bombs. And I'm going to spend 3 tokens to erase an NPC with narrative expediency satellite beam. And be like, and I have a spare key to your house. So...
You just see Carl. You just see Pete goes, well, that was a thinly veiled threat. I think I'm gonna get out of here. Now I'm southern.
I'm gonna gain another token for obviously holding back tears.
Oh my god, we're definitely gonna die here. Holy shit. There's so many bombs.
In the last 10 seconds of this round, I'm gonna spend 3 tokens to do the Rom Boom to make consensual physical contact and fill 1 spot on your love track. And I'm just gonna come in and just give you a big comforting hug.
Aww.
Be like, no, we're figuring it out. We'll figure it out. We're playing the game. That's all we gotta do. We just gotta keep playing the game.
That is the scene.
Beautiful.
Cool. Guys feel good?
Feeling
Yes.
good.
Yar.
Feeling groovy.
Feeling jazzy.
I'm not feeling
Jazzy?
groovy,
We're
but
making jazz. We're making
Feeling good.
beautiful
I'm really,
jazz.
really loving all of these characters. This is very fun.
It's incredibly funny.
All right. I'll leave it to you guys to take it through the scene in betweens. And we'll
that's
get
right.
into
Yeah.
the next scene.
I played into a couple of them this time.
Yes, I kind of forced 2. Forced 2 of them.
Okay, so for the lead tracks, fill up those 3 slots for the love track based on if the following occurred in the scene. You said the words "I love you" for 1 spot and meant it for 2.
We didn't do either.
We didn't do that. Shared prolonged eye contact for 1 spot and it made your heart race for 2 spots.
I forced us to. Did you? I don't remember if you actually told me if you complied with my forced prolonged eye contact.
I think we got some prolonged eye contact there at the very end when I like kind of grabbed you and hugged you. So I'll take one.
I will also take one. We did share consensual physical contact
Right at the end there. Kind of got
right
a double.
at the end
Kind of got a
there.
2-for-1 out of that ending.
You know I did.
Oh my god.
That came out weird.
Damn.
That
came out great.
It wasn't the mood.
Guess I'm better than I thought.
It wasn't.
Oh, dab.
Brian dabbed, listeners. He
Freedom
dabbed.
We don't like the dab. All right. Well,
I did so good that the dab didn't ruin everything. It just made it okay.
Yeah.
Just made it okay. Fill at most 3 spots on the freedom track for each of the following that occurred. You hid something from the villain, 1 that aided the other lead, 2. I don't think we hid it. Oh, well, we had a
We used the secrets
conversation.
boom, but that's
I would count that.
I think the secrets boom is the third
is
thing.
its own thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we used the secrets boom, and we forced the villain to intervene directly, and they failed to stop you. We again forced them to remove the NPC.
Yeah. Yes,
That's true.
You did force me to intervene.
Yes. It did it fail to stop us? I think actually it forced us to sort of lean further into the realm of the calm.
Ah.
Yeah, I'd say we get 1 point for it.
I would give us 1.
Yeah.
All right, that's our freedom
And then
track.
we use the secrets boom.
Yes.
I guess
And you
I
use the
get that
secrets
point. I don't think you do.
Right. Ooh.
Oh, well, then I have to erase a
Because this is asymmetrical.
Okay, so for my villain track, for my entertainment track first, I did say a genuine awe at something. I don't even remember what it was, but I remembered that I did it. I cannot, for the life of me, think of a rom-com that we copied with this avant-garde bullshit.
There's definitely a French movie or Italian. No, it's French. No, it's Swedish. That's what it is. There's some Swedish film somewhere that we copied.
And I do know that I went 2 or more minutes without interjecting.
Yeah.
Because you were doing good stuff. For the evil track, I don't know if this counts as like oversharing about my ex, but there's something. I think I'm gonna take one for
For sure.
oversharing, maybe because of the scene with Pete.
Yes.
And we now know that Pete, my ex, has a history with the body work guy upstairs.
I was working her body.
Canonically, not good at painting. So
It's wild that you're keeping this guy on despite him having stooped your wife.
Keep your
and
enemies
also-
closer, you know what I mean?
Freddie's got big plans for Pete.
Pete's time's coming.
Pete's also going to be playing a game real soon.
And I think that's it. I think I'm only taking the one for the evil track.
Love it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, right. We got to roll our.
Oh, yeah. Roll our mood.
Roll our mood
for this
dice.
one. Come on, give me. Ooh, okay.
I got 1 again.
I got bomb, baby.
I got calm. Which means for me that I gain token anytime I inappropriately relate one of the leads to my ex, Camilla. Okay. All right. I had a direction that I was going to take this in, and I'm changing it. All right. Great work with the mind palaces. Your thoughts are your own. And I'm going to take you out of your boxes, and a couple of the PAs come out and take those off. Also from
The
Task
union
Rabbit.
workers.
Yeah, and I'm a union guy. You don't think I'm a union guy?
The PA is just whispering,
the rates are really good.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
And the crafty is solid. It's not the best crafty, but it's solid. That means a lot.
Nice. I'm very happy for you guys.
They roll the mind palaces away, and they bring on a dining set, a table with 2 chairs, and they like drape a little a little curtain over it, and there's a little vase with a single flower and 1 lit candle, and there's he comes out and he pulls out the 2 chairs and motions for you each to sit down. There's 2 name tags on the table that say Freddie Prinz and Camilla on them, but he takes those off and puts those in his pocket.
This is what one of the PAs goes, I'm so sorry. I got the scene order. I misunderstood the direction.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's you're allowed to make mistakes. You're only human. Don't overthink it too much. Also,
thank you, sir. Thank you.
There's meats and cheeses. Over there, you're fine. And he clutches the name tags just a little too long. But he has you sit in the chairs assigned. Carl, you're gonna sit where Camilla's name tag was.
Okay.
And Chaz, you can sit where my name tag was. It's no big deal or anything. Anyway, please, you're at dinner. It could be anything. Could be a date. Could be a wedding. Could be maybe you wanna talk about a funny thing that happened to you. Could be that it was a blind date and you didn't realize it was each other, but you figure you'll go through with it anyway. I'm just riffing here. I don't want to step on your creative toes. You come up with that whatever you want. All right, please.
I like the blind date. Let's do the blind date idea.
Oh, okay.
Or do you want to do something else?
No, that's okay. We can do that. Sure.
Okay.
It's you.
Oh my god! It's you.
This
Who
is
would
who would have known?
Guessed it. Crazy.
Oh.
I mean, I guess we're here though. We're both hungry. We could sit and eat.
And I've been trying to get a reservation at this place for a month.
Yes, that sounds like something you would do.
And
So.
I want to get a token for sharing a smile, laugh, or moment of calm with the other lead.
Yes, we're both just playing along. I will also take a tick. Great. So Chaz,
Carl.
how did, just like out of curiosity, how did your friend describe me as a blind date? You know, like when they were talking about me and what they liked about me and what they thought that you would like about me, if we were just gonna talk about that maybe as a thing,
I'm going to gain a token to show I remember something that they love. I'm going to say, he kept telling me you're a really snappy dresser and that you really express yourself with your clothes, but in like a fun way, in a way that like feels aspirational. When you see someone who dresses really well and it feels like they're really comfortable in their own skin, it's like, oh wow, they can do it. Maybe I can do it. Like, it's one of those people where you see them dress and you're like, oh, I guess I could try tomorrow.
I could try. Carl's not gonna say anything, but her eyes are gonna linger on you on your eyes for a little long as she she didn't expect this and is overwhelmed by the fact that you are saying something really sweet and lovely to her. You really?
Yeah.
Do you think I make people want to try?
I mean, that's why I bought the cardigan last year. I was never a cardigan guy, but then you wore the cardigan, and it like you did it with just the kind of the Oxford shirt underneath. It was kind of like the half tuck thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I couldn't do that. But I was like, well, why don't I try? You know,
It's called a French tuck. And I'm going to take another tick for, again, gazing into your face, just for two obviously sort of mouth half open, being like, ah.
And I'm going to take another tick for focusing the conversation on myself. And yeah, and I looked really good in it. And like now I'm a cardigan guy because of that. You know, that's why I got all my cardigans. That's why I keep asking for more cardigans for all my birthdays and stuff.
Right. Cardigans.
It was because of you. And I'm going to reach across the table and like gently grab your hand and spend 3 tokens to make physical contact and fill 1 spot on your love track.
Oh my God.
That's what Camilla's been trying to say to me this whole time. She wants me to put in this effort. She wants me to try because, just like you said, you make people try. She does make people try, and I don't try. Well, I'm trying now.
You are trying now. And I mean, it's like, let's be honest, a kind of super real fucked up overcorrection sort of a trying, but I do think that you're trying, and I'm gonna gain a token to focus on something other than the other lead and really like turn my chair so that I'm facing Freddie Prinze. I just feel like it seems like you and Camilla have a real connection, and
we do.
You know, if you clearly want to put in the effort.
Well, I'm putting in the effort. The effort's here. The effort's like all over the place. You know what I mean? Like there's effort coming out of my ears. I'm trying to be everything that she wants me to be, but like, okay.
Yeah.
He like laser focus. He's pulling up his viewing chair, like right up to the table
I've got
now.
my elbows on my knees, and I'm really like, looking, yeah.
A PA comes in and starts making a 3rd place setting.
Yes. So for you, if I was gonna try to, you know, impress you and make you think that I loved you, you know, because I do. I love Camilla.
Of course, yeah.
And you're basically Camilla right now.
Oh, do you think, am I a lot like Camilla?
Well, everything you just said was like everything Camilla was saying to me. Bang, bang, boom. It was like point. So I'm just thinking like, okay, so what would you say? What would you say if you wanted me to try in a different way? You know, like,
totally.
Would you say that this is a good way to get her back?
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't. But here's the thing is that I also just don't know if I'm your gal Friday for this, because I'm gonna level with you real quick right now. And I'm gonna gain a token for complaining about the other lead to the villain. I have been trying to get him to sort of see certain things about me and sort of, you know, be on the same page in that way. And it's just like, no matter, he's even saying that I make him want to change, but it's like, or like try or whatever, but then he's not picking up on the stuff that I do sometimes, and it gets really frustrating, you know?
Yeah, it's like he's not even paying attention to you. It's like you're not even there.
Exactly.
That's what Camilla's been saying to me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Carl, I don't know. I should have been. Are you on TaskRabbit? Because I use it a lot, and I feel like
it's not really my profession. Doesn't really do TaskRabbit sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe I should look into branching out. But this is what I'm saying. It's like I try to do this, but sometimes if you're just not on the same wavelength, then you're just not on the same wavelength.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is that he's an idiot. Look, he loves you. I can see it. I know it. And I wrote the script.
What?
He loves you.
No.
As I hear that,
so
I'm gonna spend 1 token to see Carl in a different light.
One of the PAs is literally changing the lighting so that I'm like lit perfectly. You just see a makeup brush come out of nowhere and put some highlighter on the one cheek that's facing you and like a little bit of blush where it's like, what?
Yeah. The spotlight narrows. They throw an orange gel over it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to actually spend 3 tokens to remember a special skill that you have that might help you escape and fill 1 spot on my freedom track. And I am going to remember, sort of in more detail, all of the different times that I did try to convince Chaz of different things and talk you through and like maybe get you to see things in a new light. And I'm like, oh my, internally, Carl's like, oh my God, I have the ability to like get people to see things. Maybe I can get Mr. Junior here to see that this is not a good plan and that Camilla's not gonna like this when she finds out about it.
All right. Look, hold on. Everything you're saying, it's making so much sense to me, Carl.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm on the precipice of an epiphany, you know? So hold on. And he snaps his fingers and the PAs come out and they take the restaurant style table and they bring out, you wouldn't know this, but it's Freddie Prinze Jr. and Camilla's home kitchen table. And he puts it in between you two. And he says, all right, what should I do? Show me what I should do on each other. Like, well, how should this go?
Oh,
He's going to sit back, and this time he pulls out a notebook, and he's got a pen.
all right. Carl's going to turn back to Chaz, and I'm going to spend 1 token to rewrite one of the rules of your relationship. And I'm just going to do the sort of 2-finger point at my eyes, 2-finger point at your eyes, and go, Chaz.
Yeah.
I bring the coffee now.
you see Chaz looks in your eyes, prolonged eye contact, and just underneath the score of the movie, you just hear the thump, 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 the thump. As Chaz goes, I guess I could learn to bake.
I'm going to gain a token for letting my gaze linger on you as you say bake and my heart flutters. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to bake for me. Oh my God.
And then I'm going to see a PA is coming by with a pitcher full of water, but doesn't realize that the scene's changed. And the PA trips and goes to spill water on you. And underneath the table, I'm going to physically push your chair away and gain a token for pushing you away.
Scribbling fiercely.
Yeah, I push you away so the water misses, and then my toe hooks underneath your chair and pulls you back in.
Very Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Very Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The whole time, only eye contact.
I bring the coffee now, and you bake, and we're going to try that out, and we're going to see how that goes. Okay, Chaz?
Yeah. And I'm going to gain another token for folks in the conversation myself and go, listen, if you're going to bring the coffee, can I give you a different pamphlet than the one that's in your, because that pamphlet is actually from like 1992. It has a lot of erroneous assumptions about how to make coffee. If I give you a better pamphlet, you can use that and you can learn better.
I'm going to gain 1 token for complaining about the lead to their villain and turn back to Freddie Prinze and be like, do you see, like, now is not the time for you to be saying something like that, okay?
Right.
But then I'm going to immediately spend 3 tokens to use the secrets to speak out of earshot for the villain. Real quick, it's supposed to be 20 seconds, but we're going to get 10. And be like, okay, this is the thing, is we got to really play along for this. I think that we could get Freddie Prinze Jr. to change his mind if we just sort of play along and you follow my lead on everything, okay?
Okay. And I'm going to gain 1 more token for finding something in common with the other lead. I'm going to spend those last 3 tokens to make consensual physical contact to get you another point on your love track. As we high five.
That is the seed.
Oh my God. Literally brilliant.
Oh
man. All right. We got some track questions.
We got some tracks.
All right. Love track. I power game this a little bit. One is you say the words "I love you" for one spot and meant it for two spots. Neither.
Nope.
We did, however, share prolonged eye contact for one spot, and it made our hearts race for two spots.
Made your heart race.
Well, it made my heart race.
My heart raced when you mentioned baking, but I don't know if we were doing prolonged eye contact.
Oh,
at
eye
the
contact
time.
through the whole thing, through the whole chair bit too.
We shared physical.
Shared consensual physical contact for one.
Yes.
Ooh, my love track is looking good.
And then for the freedom track, we hid something from the villain for one that aided the other lead. We did at the very end hid that the new sort of plan, and it's going to help both of us.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we get 3 total for that, or we get 2 total.
I'd say we
for
probably
that.
get 2 if we like combine it with the secrets boom.
Cool. And then we forced the villain to intervene directly. I don't think we did.
We didn't force it. The villain just kind of came
you
in.
to switch it to a kitchen table.
You really forced my hand, I think.
You really forced my perspective.
Hey, if you think it, we'll take it.
I think so.
We did use the secrets, or I used the secret spoon, because if you will recall, this game is asymmetrical.
All right. So on my entertainment track, I did not identify an existing rom-com. I did actually gasp at Chaz being super suave at that little end scene that I didn't expect. And then in the evil track, for sure, I learned something new about love. I've learned a lot about love. I think I've learned that I need to hear Camilla. And then I think, and a lead asked about my ex. So I think that Carl actually engaged with me about Camilla directly.
That's true. I asked about your relationship.
And you reminded me of Camilla. So I'm taking all 3 on the evil track this time.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Wow, this is Act 3 though.
We're in Act
Moving into Act 3.
Okay.
Oh, we gotta roll our guys. Okay, I got another one. I'm rolling it again. I want something else.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, I got a 4. Bomb.
Yes, I rolled 3 for drama, which means I gain a token every time I get sad and cry about my ex.
I also got drama.
Yay.
Bring the drama.
What's everybody's can I know what everybody's Act 3 moves are?
Oh, yeah. My Act 3, I can gain a token if I flirt with the other lead, and I can spend a token to reveal I'm actually really hot.
And I gain a token. I gain a token if I'm gentle with the other lead, and I can spend a token to admit that I'm wrong.
I am not getting a good admits that he's wrong vibe from Chaz.
Which,
It feels really out of character for
I've got to
Chaz.
be wrong, and she gets to be hot. Come on.
Yeah.
That's the rules of relationships.
That is.
One of them is wrong, and one of them is
is
hot.
hot.
Seems like one person's really winning in that.
No, I don't think so. Seems pretty balanced.
It's just your chronically wrong, ugly
You guys are on
boyfriend.
reverse paths. You start out hot and flirtatious, and she's sort of meek, and then you switch.
This is my chronically wrong, ugly partner. We're in love.
You were perfect for each other, can't you tell?
It's so good.
I'm hot and right.
We're meant to be. Opposites attract, baby.
Oh God. Mine is that I get to giggle maniacally about something a lead
I love
said,
that.
and every time I do that, I gain a token. So that's my Act 3.
Nice. And you have a spend.
And I have a spend to change one of the lead's looks, so I could make you hot. I could be the one that. I mean, really, my PAs are gonna do all the work, but I can make it. Yeah.
I can make it so.
I can make it so.
You're like that Picard guy.
Don't worry, don't go anywhere. Not like you can. Me and my staff here, this is a big set piece, and we're gonna roll in a whole ass couch into the studio. And Chaz, I'm gonna need you to lay on this couch. I'm gonna lay you down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we doing like a shrink thing?
No. And that becomes clear as like a bunch of the PAs come, they wrap you up in a robe, and they like throw a bunch of tissues all around you, and they put like a full waistband full of tissues next to you, and there's like a hot, like 3 cups of old tea on a coffee table that gets brought in, put next to you.
Also a picture of Meg Ryan right next to me.
Freddie Prinze is gonna take Carl and gonna put you in a I didn't have time to make the whole door. It's just a frame, but
Right, that's okay.
Yeah, just knock on the thing. He's sick, and because of that, he's more willing to be vulnerable, and you could like see him be vulnerable. You know what I mean? So like,
so smart.
Yeah. Here you're just as a friend,
Right,
just
right,
bringing
right.
him, and he like shoves like a bottle of NyQuil and like a store-bought container of soup. By the way, that's real. That's my ma's. You're gonna want to have that later.
Okay, yeah.
You know, if you survive this, it's gonna make you feel great.
Okay, I hope so. Fingers
Anyway.
crossed.
Oh, me too. And he's gonna back up and hit his viewing chair.
Me too is so fucked up for the captor to say.
Me too.
I'm rooting for you, guy.
All right, here we go. Carl's gonna go over and knock on the door frame.
A PA comes over, and I'm about to say something, and PA comes over, sprays my face with water to make me look sick, and then also sprays like light pepper spray in my mouth so that I am coughing uncontrollably. And I'm just like, yes, come in.
Oh my god, are you like legitimate? Like, are you okay? What was that spray?
I'm sick.
Yes,
I'm sick.
Yes. Okay, it's okay though, because I brought you soup.
I'm gonna spend 1 token to focus the conversation myself. Give me the soup. There's something in my throat. I need the soup. They did a thing to my throat.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you. Yes. I'll peel the top off and give you the soup. And as you're drinking it, I feel like Carl's like, well, also though, apparently, like if it's, I heard it's really good. So if I could just like have a little, like, don't drink the whole thing. That's no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Yep. Cool.
That's good soup. Did you make this soup?
Yes. Yes, I made the soup. I know it's your favorite, and so as your friend, I made you your favorite soup.
I'm gonna gain 1 token to ask the villain a question meant to hurt them.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn to the villain and go, where'd you get this soup? This is store bought. There's no way you made this soup. Because let me know, because I want to go to the store.
There's no way I made that soup, because I could never be half the human that my ma is, okay? Mrs. Prince is a delightful cook who makes the best soup that you will never taste, not unless you survive this rom-com, okay?
I'm gonna take another token to ask the villain another question meant to hurt them, and I'm gonna say this, but with a sincerity that I hope will cut. Is your mom proud of you.
I'm
gonna take a token because I am visibly holding back tears as I'm like, oh my God, we are absolutely gonna die. Holy, why would Chess do this? Oh no,
Also,
no,
Dylan, as you start to monologue, or Freddie, as you start to monologue, I'm gonna spend 3 tokens to put myself in harm's way to fill up a spot on the other lead's freedom track to do my bomb boom. And I'm just trying to get in close, and I'm glancing around at the various like PAs and looking for like escapes or like bomb defusal stuff.
Okay. My ma was always proud of me. She was the most proud of me the day I married Camilla. Because Camilla is a real woman, you know? And I'm going to take a token for crying about my ex. And she was, she was like my ma in like all the best ways. And my ma would be proud of me to this day if we don't split up. Do you know whose job that is? It's your job.
I'm gonna take a token for saying how I feel. Oh shit, I feel really bad about this. This is not going according to plan. Chaz, I'm gonna take another token because I am really unhappy with you right now. Chaz, you need to pull it back. You do not see the danger that we are in here.
I'm gonna gain a tick to be gentle with you and kind of like just pull you in really close and go, listen, everything's gonna be okay. Don't just calm down. Okay, we're doing great. Hey, you and me, we're right here. You and me. And just like lock eyes again.
Oh, yes. Lock eyes. I'm going to let my gaze linger on you for too long. Straight in the eyeballs.
The eyeballs, yes. The nipples of the face.
The nipples of the face.
So, and I'm gonna turn to the villain again and ask them the question meant to hurt them. This is so mean. And I'm gonna make it kind of genuine and be like, so your value to your mother was kind of pinched on how well you married?
And I'm going to take another token for obviously crying and just going, no. And I'm
gonna ask another question meant to hurt them. Are you sure your mother is a good person? And I'm gonna spend all 3 tokens again to put myself in harm's way to fill another spot on your freedom track, Abby.
On my freedom track?
Yeah.
Now, Freddie Prinze has fully come into the living room scene now. And he's standing over you and your pretendly sick body. And he is, look, my ma is one of the best human beings on the planet. And yeah, she saw a lot of value in the fact that I married the most beautiful and wonderful and perfect woman on the planet Earth. And wouldn't you be proud? Wouldn't you be proud? Wouldn't your ma be proud if you married someone beautiful and funny and charming who dresses good and cooks good and wants to make a good family for you? Is that so bad that my ma was proud of me for that? My ma is a good person, and so is Camilla, and I lost them both. And I'm going to take another to cry about my ex.
I'm going to spend 1 token to, as the language says, reveal you're actually hot, as Carl begins to have a panic attack and sweat too much and begins removing layers because she is overheating.
And you say, wouldn't your mom be proud if you married someone like beautiful who can cook? And I'm going to share a smile. I'm going to gain a tick to share a smile with Carl, who's also undressing. So I'm going to. I don't have a tick to just like be like, whoa. but that's what I'm doing. I want to fill in another question meant to hurt them. I'm going to get another bomb tick and say. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stand up and give like a small, like kind of put my hand on the small of your back, Carl, and kind of like pull you in closer and go, and gain a token for being gentle with you. And I'm going to turn to villain to ask a question meant to hurt them. And I'm going to say, don't you think you deserve better? And then I'm going to spend 3 tokens to take another bot on your freedom track, Carl, to put myself in harm's way.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think you deserve better? You really think you're too good for this beautiful, stunning creature who is just like Camilla? You think that that's the case? And I would like to use my makeover bot 3.2 to change Carl's look. And I want a PA to come in and bring out the ugliest dress you've ever seen. And the gaudiest set of costume jewelry that you've ever seen in person that clearly belonged to Mrs. Freddie Prinze Jr. and they're gonna kind of like put it on you and pull it over top.
Sure, okay, sure.
Do you see how beautiful she is?
I want to walk up to Carl and I'm going to look at you right in the eyes and then reach behind you to fix the bob necklace. And because the gaudy dress now has like kind of a plunging neckline, I'm like, yeah, let me fix that for you. And I'll gain a tick to be gentle with you as I adjust the bomb to make it more revealing.
I'm going to spend 1 token to bring back a previously created NPC and play them to bring Pete back onto set. Oh, Machi, who's this lovely lady over here? Oh,
I know,
boy.
right?
Look at that stunner. You know, it reminds me again. Love is a tricky business. And, you know, I'm going to give Pete a token to tell a story about a failed anecdote about their failed love life. It's a real difficult time. You know, it's hard. Love is hard. And even when the person looks beautiful and you tell them they look beautiful, sometimes it don't work out. My girl, Camilla, his girl, Camilla, she used to have a dress just like that. And I told her she looked beautiful all the time. But it wasn't enough. I didn't show her that it was enough.
Pete, I told you not to come down here. I told you to stay up there and paint the cars.
Yeah, I heard the commotion down here. I had to figure out what was going on, you know? There were bangs and booms.
I want to spend a token to take over Pete. I'm going to give you a token to remind the leads how hard love is with an anecdote of your failed love life.
You know, I got to tell you, I've been trying everything to find a girl that was as good for me as Camilla was for me and as good for me as Camilla was for you.
And I'm going to, because he has 3 tokens, I can spend those 3 tokens from him to take one of the leads aside to give them a motivational speech about letting love in. I'm going to instead have Pete take Freddie Prinze aside.
Yes.
And just like put a big beefy arm around your shoulder and like pull you in close and go,
listen, Freddie, I gotta tell you, Camilla, a fantastic woman. You couldn't do better if you tried.
You trying to hurt me or something?
If you wanted to try, if you want to find someone else, you could do that too. But if you wanted to get Camilla back, you could. I'm so close to going Southern with him.
You always are.
But my guy, if you wanted Camilla back, I see what you're doing here. And this is exactly the kind of big emotional display that she's been looking to you for. I see the way she looks at you. I'm just going to go Southern now because that's my true thing. My real name is Peter. I go by Pete up here because I'm on the run from someone down south.
I knew
and let me just tell you.
I knew you were a transplant. That's what...
I'm Kentucky Fried all the way, but up here, Peter just doesn't work. I gotta be Pete.
I knew it the moment I saw you, but you know what? You're right, though. This is exactly what Camilla wanted. This is gonna be huge. She's gonna love it.
She's gonna love it.
She's gonna love me again.
I believe in you.
Pete, you're not so bad.
That's the scene. Oh my God.
That's the scene?
That's the scene!
Damn, that one moved quick.
That was high stakes.
High stakes, high move.
Oh my God.
got some track cues to answer.
We do.
For the leads, fill in those 3 spots on the love track based on the following occurred in the scene. You said the words "I love you" and meant it. We did neither of those.
Still haven't yet.
We
Saving
did-
it for the right moment.
We did share prolonged eye contact.
Yes.
I didn't specifically say it made my heart flutter, so I'll just take one.
I will chime in to say this is your last chance to fill tracks, so abuse the hell out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my track's looking good.
My tracks are exceeding expectations.
They're exceeding, they're excelling, they're exoniating.
They're full of X's.
We shared consensual physical contact.
Yeah.
Check.
On our freedom tracks, we hid something from the villain that aided the other lead. I don't really think
Not
we did
really,
that this
no.
time around. No, not really. You forced the villain to intervene directly and they failed to stop you. Would you say that we're forced? Well, yes, by bringing the NPC Pete back into the mix,
Yeah.
we forced
I think you did.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah,
to have
sure.
to address Pete.
Also, Brian went right for the.
That's
right for
true.
the
I did
throat
come
multiple
right at him.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
you,
my
yeah,
God.
you asked so many hurtful questions. We did not, however, use the secrets. Boom. I would actually say, Brian, if you wanted to give yourself another spot for they failed to stop you because you continued
That's true.
to
I just kept
ask
doing it. You
really
never-
mean
I'll take it.
questions.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
It was a gambit.
It was a gamble.
I was positioning you just to get to "Don't you deserve better?"
Yeah.
Deserve better.
And for me, the entertainment track, existing rom-com, this was, of course, again, You've Got Mail.
Honestly, you don't need another
Classic.
rom com.
You don't need
there
another.
are others out there, and they're good and they're worthwhile, but you don't need another one.
This also
got
had a little bit of
everything.
like crazy stupid love. Everybody comes together in a
Yes.
Yeah.
chaotic scene sort of moment.
Yes.
And I definitely went more than 2 minutes without making a move or interjecting. For my evil track this time, woo boy, we're definitely taking all 3. I mean, I was asked 17 questions about my ex in a malicious format. I definitely overshared, and I think I learned something new about love.
Oh.
So this is wild. These tracks are full, baby.
I got a new mood, and I had to abuse it.
Yeah, and you did.
You did.
Rules facilitator Elliot back here to say we're headed into our final scene. Let's do a quick check-in of everybody's tracks.
Yes.
Both my freedom track and my love track are filled.
My entertainment track is filled completely, and my villain track is, or my evil track is 1 shy.
Dun, dun.
I wasn't counting as I was putting them in, and so both my love and freedom tracks have exceeded the number that you are technically allowed to check off in them.
Yeah, my love track is exceeded.
They are chock-a-block full
Chock-a-block.
of checks.
Incredible.
I have every move available to me.
So make sure you take a look at your story-ending moves as we near that 5-minute mark. If you have the right amount of tokens, and if you ask the table and they're good with you using them, you can bring the story to a close once we've reached 5 minutes. Dylan, you do have the chance to fill that track throughout play. I think with there are a couple moves you have that tick the evil track.
Yes.
If you can line your mood up. I think we're going to, for this last scene, let's introduce that rule of roll your dice 3 times and pick your mood based on those 3 rolls. From those 3
love
rolls
it.
for your,
That's
for
so
your final
fun. I'm going to
scene.
do that. All right.
Rolled a 3, a 3, and a 2. So that's calm or dram. I'm gonna take calm because I haven't done comedy yet.
I got rom or drama, and I am gonna go with rom. I think that is where I want to be right now.
I think I also want to go with Rom.
Yeah, the drama special move was leaving the scene rather than say how you feel. And I want to stay in the scene.
Yeah, please.
I was going to say, I also realized I haven't done, Rom is the only one I haven't done yet.
Oh, there you go.
So
Calm was the
there
only one
we
I hadn't
go.
done.
I thought I was going to pick Calm. And then when I was reading the actual moves I get to make with Rom, I was like, oh, you haven't done that yet. This feels like the move. Freddie Prinze, do you have, I'm sorry, Freddie Prinze Jr., Freddie Prinze is your father. Do you have a scene ready?
My father
My father.
was Freddie Prinze. And a fiend.
Such a delayed horror.
You're both taken to separate rooms with 2 separate PAs. They get you all dressed up. Tux, a glittery gown, jewelry, a nice watch. You got a pocket square and everything. Real nice stuff from my cousin's shop. Going back tomorrow.
It's gotta go back. It's on loan.
Gotta go back
It's on loan.
Unless you twos blow up. And then I'll owe him. When you come back out of the room, Freddie Prinze is hidden in the shadows because the room's all dark. And it's just a little lights turn on and there's a little disco ball. And it starts to play some music over what is clearly, audibly, a cassette tape from a million years ago. And the music is playing. And then the PAs all sort of like drop what they're doing and they all start dancing with each other on the dance floor. And there's 2 spotlights on both of you.
All the PAs are in their show blacks, but they just add in a white bow tie.
That's exactly it, yes. Yep.
Carl looks at Chaz from across the room and is going to, right off the bat, gain a tick for sharing a smile or laugh at the situation at hand.
I will also gain a tick for that. And I'm going to gain a comedy tick for doing a silly voice that is charming. Go, thing 2.
Tweedledee.
And I want to gain another tick for being gentle with them. And then spend all 3 of them immediately to embarrass myself because I'm a really bad dancer. And I get to gain 1 spot on my love track.
I am going to gain 1 token for flirting with you, and I'm gonna giggle in that sort of like like cute, sexy way that doesn't sound anything like what I just did. And I'm gonna take you and be like, "Here, I'll show you the moves," and just start trying to teach you how to dance.
I want to gain 2 tokens, 1 for sharing a smile and a laugh with the other lead, and also finding something in common with the other lead, which is the dance steps.
As you start dancing, something you didn't realize, of course, is that Freddie Prinze Jr., you don't realize it until one of the PAs like kind of twirls around you and you see that Freddie Prinze Jr. is dancing with them in the scene. And like it turns towards you and like just leans ahead like as he's dipped and is just like, and like leans in on you and it's just like, that's great. Great stuff. Keep it up. And then like keeps spinning around.
I just point up, like, remarking on the music and go, this sounds like that Legally Distinct pop song that we both love from the 90s.
Oh, yeah, it does. It's the one that they've always play in that coffee shop that we go to, where it's just they use all of the like free track music that you can put in the background of stuff because there's a lot of TikTokers who like to film there.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
And we both gain a tick for finding something in common with the other lead.
And then I am going to gain a tick for telling or showing you something that you don't know about me. Chaz, you know, I don't know if you know this about me, but I actually was a professional dancer all through college. And
What?
I'm gonna twirl and do like an insane routine around you on the dance floor. That is, what type of dance do I want it to be? I'm all of a sudden just gonna start doing like salsa. No, I'm gonna start doing flamenco dancing. It doesn't line up with the music at all, but it's really sexy and fun and sharp, and I'm very good at it.
I'm gonna I'm gonna gain a tick to find something in common with the other lead and go, I didn't know you knew how to flamenco. And I revealed that while I cannot do any kind of modern dance, I am actually also very good at flamenco.
We're just dancing around each other, and the spotlights are having a hard time following us.
We keep doing that thing. I don't think this is tango, but we do it anyway. Where like we're kicking our legs between the other person's legs.
Yeah.
In the move that they teach every actor because it looks sexy, but it's like a really basic tango move.
Yes.
Yeah. We form, me and the PAs, we all form a half circle around you. And you can, every time you spin and see Freddie Prinze Jr., he's just nodding with deep approval.
Is one of the PAs that like doesn't quite know the vibe because like it's like 90s pop music and then flamenco and he's just going like, yeah.
I'm gonna take a tick to say how I feel, which is I'm gonna sort of take your arms in mine as we're dancing and say, you know, Chaz, I have to be honest with you. I've always sort of had a crush on you, and it's been something that I've been holding back for a really long time. And when we first started this experience, just a mere 75 minutes ago, I thought maybe this is our chance. This is our opportunity to really fall in love and be with each other forever. And then it just got super weird, and I learned some other stuff about you that made me feel kind of odd about this whole entire situation. But in these last 8.5 minutes, which I'm going to spend a token to remind you how much time is left on the timer, I just feel like honesty is the right way to go. And I have to tell you how it is that I feel. And I don't know how you feel. And that makes me feel differently about maybe how I feel. And I'm going to get another token back for describing how I feel 17 times.
I'm going to gain a token to share a laugh or a moment of calm with another lead as we both just kind of like sit in that moment for a second. I'm going to gain another token for being gentle with you as I kind of just like run my hand along your arm as we're like holding each other in this locked embrace. And then I want to spend a token to do my Act 3 boom to admit that I was wrong. And I'm going to say, listen, I think love is all about sustained commitment. And it's about doing the good thing every single day and deciding to do it every single day. And I think there's a great romance to that. But maybe sometimes you need a big gesture too.
Do you mean it?
And I lift you up and toss you into the air in an epic dance move a la, what is that from?
We do the dirty dancing routine. We just do the full routine from Dirty Dancing.
We do the full routine for Dirty Dancing in this massive pickup move, and we stare into each other's eyes, and my heart goes thump, 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 thump.
Wow. That was great. Truly great. No notes.
Jazz, I had no idea. Also, I think it's working. I think Freddie Prinze Jr. really believes in our love.
I'm going to find something in common with the other lead and gain a tick and go, yeah, keep doing this. Definitely for no other reason.
I'm going to gain another token to tell or show you something that you don't know about me. And I'm going to say, you know, another thing that I don't think that you ever knew about me is that one time, also in college, I took a bomb making class. And I've been sort of studying the bomb that's on your chest. And maybe it looked like I was ogling your bod, but really I was studying it. And I think I might know how we could deactivate them.
I'm gonna take a token for folks in the conversation on myself and go, why didn't you tell me anything about yourself? These are two big things. We could have been doing bomb stuff together and flamenco dancing together this whole time.
Wait, are you interested in bomb stuff too?
I also get another token for sharing something common with the lead. Yeah, I love bomb defusal.
Take a token for finding something in common with the other lead, and then I'm also going to take another one for letting my gaze linger on them for a moment too long. And this time I am definitely ogling the bar. And with 5 minutes left, we have 2 different ending tracks we could use.
So we have a love track. So we can pool 8 tokens between us to give a genuine monologue about realizing you're in love with them. The other lead reciprocates, the bombs deactivate, and we get that happy ending. Or one of us can spend 6 tokens to appeal to the villain with a monologue about how friendship is more important than romantic love. And I think you might have a slightly different freedom.
I have a slightly different freedom track. Brian, do you want to do love or freedom?
I want to do love.
Aww. I do too, because I want Freddie Prinze and Camilla to get together.
Dylan, because you have different
I do.
final tracks.
So now, please forgive me for what I'm about to say. Because on the entertainment track, which I have, I get to bring back your ex, and I was thinking about doing a marionette show with your dead ex in the corner, bringing her back to try to steal you away.
I want it. I want it.
We're just looking at you like, that's some Act 2 shit. We're in Act 3. What?
And then if you reject her, then you two can have a romantic ending.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's it. I vote that one.
What's her name? Maria?
Maria, she was killed.
She's dead. The PAs have been let go for the day. They
wow,
grab
letting
the
us
rest-
go before our 12 hours? Man, this is the best job I've had.
They grab their sandwiches and they're out. And Freddie Prinze Jr. comes back out of the shadows, but sort of strapped to the body of Maria. And he walks up.
Oh my God.
He walks up to Chaz and sticks out Maria's hand and says, "I've missed you, Chaz. I never should have left you. You're so funny and coldly pragmatic. We should run away together. I'll pack a bag tonight."
Her head just lolls to one side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Carl throws up.
I don't have this available to me, but I'm gonna gain a tick for asking a question meant to hurt you. Do you not know story structure? We're in the climate. This is the denouement. You don't reintroduce a new character right at the end. What are you doing?
Oh my God. Oh, it's so horrifying. Oh no. Oh no.
Are you saying you don't want to be with me?
No! We're in the middle of something. We're doing a dance routine and you're dead.
Chaz, please make it stop. Chaz, please.
Freddie Prinze puts Maria's hands over her dead eyes and makes a and then runs off with her and chucks the body into a dumpster real quick and then comes back and sits expectantly and goes, "You may continue."
Oh my God. Oh, Chaz. Oh my God. Oh,
I'm gonna.
I've never been more upset in my entire life. This is worse than the time I thought the squirrel was gonna die. Oh my God, it's so much worse.
I'm gonna gain a tick for finding something in common with you, and then I'm gonna gain another tick for being gentle with you as I pull you into a very warm embrace and go, "Listen." And I put our 2 bombs together as I pull you close and go, "This was what we had to do all along." They deactivate when they're together. And I pull you in for a warm embrace. And we hear the bombs go click, click. And they both deactivate. They look like little hearts, and the hearts go from red to nothing and then fall to the ground. Yeah, that's what happens.
Oh my God, Chaz. Jazz, we have to leave. We have to find the police.
We grab hands and begin running out of this insane Saw / movie set, and turn around to Freddie Prinze Jr. and go, "Hey, I think if you want Camilla, I think this will probably get her back. I think we had a great 3-act structure. I think this is going to be really good. Honestly, you should admit this to some festivals."
I was kind of thinking about it.
You should do it. Honestly, there's some avant-garde shit. I think Tribeca will love this. Tribeca.
Thanks to the both of you.
I mean, you kind of need a name attached, otherwise they're not going to get it. But maybe if you get a weird
Jazz,
executive producer.
I am so serious right now. We need to leave.
All right, Thing 2, let's go.
Aww, Tweedledee.
As you two run out, Freddie Prinze is going to walk up the long stairs up into the body shop. And at the top of the stairs, he's going to hang his hat on a hook. And he's going to flip a light switch, one single light switch. And the camera pans to down in the torture dungeon that you were all in. And lights will go off. And you'll see that there's like so many prop rooms and like a full studio break room. There's a writer's room. And like all these lights start going off one by one until the whole basement is dark.
So haunting.
The writers are down there and they're like, "It's all improvised. What do you need us for?"
Oh, and that is all for My First Dungeon Presents Rom Com Drama Bomb. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Go back, Rom Com Drama Bomb on Kickstarter now.
Please kick it.
Please kick that starter.
Please kick it.
Please kick that.
Please. Kick that start right down the stairs into the horror studio.
Thank you so much, Brian, Abby, Dylan. Incredible work. Dylan, as our guest, do you want to let people know where they can find you?
Yes, I totally want to let people know where to find me. I am Dylan, or SuperDillin is where you can find me everywhere on the internet. I am the host of the One Shot podcast on all of your podcast platforms, where we play a new RPG with a new table of heroes every single month. You can also see/hear me as a principal character, Ig, on the Atomless, which is a Starfinder improvised audio drama. And you can hear me on 2 arcs of Unprepared Casters, Arc 11 Off the Rails as Adelit, and currently probably airing, is And Back Again, a Wander Home arc.
Woohoo! Yes, and we will link all that in the show notes, right below that Kickstarter link, which you should have already clicked, right?
Click it.
If not, click it again.
Click it again. Go grab your pledge.
Back it
twice.
Grab your pledge.
Open all the tabs.
And remember, if you're having fun, you're already doing it right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.
When we met, I didn't know just how far this would go. I took you home when you were broke. Now it feels like my heart's gonna explode. When we met, I couldn't see just how big this could be. We went inside and made some tea, and that's what started everything.
No more it's all over.
If you're hearing this, that means you listened to every last second of this episode. And if you simply cannot wait until the next episode drops, you should head over to patreon.com/myfirstdungeonpod and become a member of the Dice Pool. Fresh! For just a few bucks a month, you'll get cast talkbacks, original games, and a full-length bonus actual play each and every month. As of the end of 2023, there's already over 20 hours of bonus audio, plus a whole bunch of other goodies to enjoy. So head on over to patreon.com/myfirstdungeonpod and jump on into the Dice Pool. We'll see you there. Splash!